Check YouTube. See what's good. Let's see. Okay, Twitch is up. And then is YouTube up? YouTube is up. WW. WW. Everything set up here. Let's get everything set up here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Can I freaking resize this? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, OBS. What's up, Darth? How's it going, brother? Over on YouTube. How's it going, Darth? Hope you're having a good afternoon or morning, depending on where you are in the world. What's up, Infinity? Infinity, listen. What's up, y'all? How's it going, everybody? Just starting up the stream, getting ready for our special guest who will be joining us soon. Any guesses? I don't know how you guys would guess. You would just be shooting in the void. You're just like, oh, let me name any Destiny YouTuber. Guess who's gonna join us tonight? Oh my gosh! Enado with the Prime sub on Twitch. W Enaldo, not Enado. Enaldo. Our new Lord Daddy. I'm Lord Nephew Naldo over on Twitch. Also, hello Clam. Hello Iggy. Hello Unsung Pride. How's it going, guys? Over on Twitch. I'm Lord Nephew. The Lord Daddy status still lies with Bife. My bad, Lord Nephew. Yeah. I fell asleep on accident during last night's stream. Woke up 2 hours later. Nah, don't worry about it, Eternal. You needed your sleep, my friend. You needed it. Never apologize for a good nap time. Any of you guys watched the new video that just came out? Did you guys like it? I pumped that shit out. You're watching it right now? Okay, great, Nalda. I love that. Love that. Yeah, I worked on that all day. I kind of pumped it out. Well, all day. I woke up late as hell, as you do. And then and then around like 2 p.m. I started working on it. I watched it WVid W. I was gonna. Oh, you're talking to Iggy. Oh my gosh. Iggy stream, Lamau. Being out because of death in the family? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Himbo. I hope you're doing alright. Should be back in a few days. Much love, Himbo. I love you. Love that you're just checking in. I'm sorry to hear that. My prayers go out to you and your family. My guess is buy for cross? No. No. It's a much small. Take the size of the creator and like crank it down. As much as I would love a stream with Cross and Bife. Mr. Raffle Waffles? No, not Mr. Raffle Waffles. I'll give you guys a hint. It is another Destiny lore YouTuber. Another Destiny lore YouTuber, and his username starts with an A. The hint you gave yesterday was all I needed to know my get. Yes. To know my guess, yes. Like lore YouTuber starts with an A. I'm gonna change the title when he joins. He should be joining around. Is he British? No. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't remember hearing a British accent in his voice. I don't think so. I don't think he's British. If he's British, I'm surprised. What's up, Har? Do they perchance make tier-oriented videos? Like 7 levels, you would say? Potentially. Potentially. If he's British, then my hearing is terrible? Yeah, I don't think so. And the time zone he gave me was like... that's not a British time zone, so... 7 levels of something. You said it starts with A. I think I know, but I can't remember his name. Is it Arkarovi? I have no idea who even that is. I'm being so honest with you guys. Aegis, not Aegis. I guess Aegis does make... Oh. Oh. From where? Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Thank you for the follow. Is it Abaddon? It is Abaddon. You guys guessed it right. It's Abaddon. We will be gaming with Abaddon tonight. Bro, how does it feel to have Cross blasting you with his audience? It's pretty fun. I like it. I like when Cross watches my videos. The Ben, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Thank you. It's fun. I'm very grateful that Astrocross is reacting and posting his stuff. He dropped another one today, the Eclipse Provision. Yeah, I didn't end up watching. I didn't watch his upload, but I watched it live. I watched his reaction live the other day, so I like it. I don't mind him watching my stuff. Maybe one day Cross and I will do a GM or something. Cross is more intelligent than people think. I like Cross a lot, yeah. I mean, I just watch him. He's like the main streamer I watch and stuff, so it's pretty fun. I'm a big fan, so I'm very flattered. Man, Cross is more intelligent than people think. Man plays dumb but isn't. I mean, I guess, yeah, probably for the content a little bit. For the content. I mean, he also wants to bait people in chat to give him to talk and stuff. You bring interesting looks on topics most people don't talk about. Keep it up. Thank you, Big Sleetus, and also thank you for checking out the stream, brother. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna keep grinding, guys. The videos will never stop. It will go on for eternity as long as Destiny is as long as Destiny is a thing. I will keep making lore content. My fear is I'm gonna eventually run out until the next update, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, what am I gonna talk about? I have a couple more theories I'm cooking, so you know, it'll last a while. Hopefully, if they do end up delaying Shadow and Order, it won't be by very much. I have the Predator 3 up, haven't watched it yet though. Gonna do marathon? I might cover marathon lore. I just don't. The thing is, I don't know marathon lore, so I would need to learn it. You're here for it all. Much love, Blood and Sweat. Blood, Sweat. I would need to learn marathon lore. I need to play the trilogy, at the very least. But I'm down to learn it. It seems very, very interesting. No matter where you upload, we'll be there. Much love, Clam. Much live. Bow bow. I gotta work on my my Neptune video soon, my follow-up. Hey Donkey, do you ever think about what happens if a guardian dies from starvation or thirst? When they're revived by the ghost, are they still hungry or thirsty? That's a great question. If you read I don't remember the exact lore book or lore entry, but it was when Drifter was on the ice planet and they kept dying over and over again from freezing to death. That gives us maybe a little bit of insight into how like that function works. I would think of it maybe like you don't how would I think of it? Like, you're not... If I were to think of it in Minecraft terminology, you know, you have the hunger bar. If you die when you're 0 hunger, you respawn and maybe you have like 3 hunger bars left. So you're not gonna insta die all over again, but you'll get a little bit of breath, you know. That's how I like to think about it. Saying hi from Australia. Keep doing your thing, Donkey. Nice to have a newish lore face in the community to bring something new to Destiny. Much love, Faz. Much love. The Marathon lore is so good. I just dived in and I'm hooked. Okay, I gotta lock in. I gotta play the I gotta play that. I gotta play the trilogies. I remember there was lore he tried to end himself with hunger over and over, but when he got revived, he was still starving. So yeah, definitely they definitely don't get they don't get filled full tummies. That's for sure, at the very least. Let's head to the damn Tharsis outpost. And guys, if you have any lore questions, then make sure to drop them when Abaddon joins us. I think we're gonna be trying to answer questions or something, or discuss some lore stuffs. Let me get my proper loadout on. I'm almost at level 100, guys. W. Dude, out of all like the ornaments on the season pass, this one's low-key the worst, I think. Genuinely the worst. There's like a silver version of it. You're pretty yourself, but I love to learn. Like learn marathon lore stuff? Like marathon lore stuff? I'm pretty, I meant... Eh? I just constantly hope they make Tron-inspired set someday. Maybe eventually. They had the, wasn't there like a new Tron movie that just came out? Low-key, Tron is kind of similar to like the Vex, I guess. Like it's a digital world, right? It's kind of like the Vex network. I definitely don't know much about Tron lore, but I remember watching. There was like a Tron movie that came out in like 2010 or some shit. I watched that one. That one was kind of goated. Found it. It's from Man with No Name, Heaven and Hell. He kept dying. He kept dying of starvation on the way to the Traveler, and that's why he had such a fixation on food now. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be traumatic, I would imagine. Just remembered you got heirloom yesterday. Yep. We clutched you up with the streamer loot, brother. I'm pretty lore savvy, is what I was trying to say. Okay, okay, W. Ares, yeah, cool movie. Jared Leto can eat my shorts though. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of a weirdo, isn't he? He's kind of weirdo. What's up, James Navarrete? How's it going, brother? Tron would be sick. They would be pretty cool. I wonder if like how they would. I feel like generally outside of the Star Wars armor sets, they try to make they try to like Destinyify the crossover stuff. So it'd be interesting to see if they how they would maybe interpret a Tron armor set in a Destiny style. It'd be cool if that was like if they brought SRL back and they had like a Tron inspired set as well. You're right, that streamer loop pimped me out. The Albion Wolf. How's it going, brother? Over on Twitch. Vex on bikes that trails those Vex walls. True. That's why that's why we need that FNAF collab for the armor. Yeah. I need my golden Freddy suit, bruh. Ace Mori, how's it going, brother? He has he was Blade Runner 2046. So he can be in a likable movie. Yeah, like you mean Jared Leto, right? I don't know if I've watched that one. 2046. Is that the newest Blade Runner? I watched the old one. I'm not a furry, but some decent animalistic armor would be hype. I mean, there was let me see if I can find it. Like, there was the Warlock Fortnite collab, you know? Or is that this one? That's low key. That's low key animal. Oh, I meant he was in Blade Runner 2049. Yeah. Did I say 2046? What did I say? The Last Dawning. Oh, it was also, yeah, it was like Bears, right? Eternal, the Last Dawning set. And I think there's also some Trials armor that's usually animal themed, like the like there was a bear themed. There's a dog one, dude, a jackal, and then there's a bear for Trials. Yeah, the Drifter hood is dope, and the Dawning thing was cool. 40k makes the most sense as a crossover. Yeah, that'd be W. Blade Runner 2049 was the 2017 movie, and it is awesome. I'm tired because I came back from school. No worries, man. Yeah, because that was the one with what's the guy? He was the guy with in the Barbie movie, right? Like Ryan Gosling. He was in that one. The Warlock Dawning helmet is bald as F. I didn't buy any of the Dawning set this year. I thought it was kind of doo-doo. Where is it at? There's so many armor sets now, dude. Where do you... Is it not in here? Is it not in here, bro? What? Oh, this is the pre-order bonus or something, right? What the fudge? Is this from the deluxe edition? You get this? I hope they explore the problems of Guardians' immortality in game. It's such an interesting concept that could be expanded upon. It's how Bungie makes money. We also have a dragon and cat set. Oh, okay. I guess there's also the Warlock armor, which is kind of like a... Or sorry, the Galahorn armor, which is kind of like a Phoenix. I don't think it's known how you get it yet? Okay. What does the Titan one look like? Oh my gosh, you gotta scroll so damn far. Oh, you get this one. Oh, what? It takes you all... Okay, never mind. I mean, it's kind of, you know... I don't think I like the Titan one very much, but it's alright. Okay, but the class item low-key is goated. I don't know how they would explore the immortality issue. Ew! Guys, what? You just get a face? That's rough. The best way to explore that would probably be something psychological, like someone's been alive so long their mind begins to break or something like that. Yeah, kind of like the EXO thing, right? Where you had to, like, EXOs have to reset. Wait, those lips, though? What those lips do? Oh my gosh, I read that so wrong. Hunters were done dirty? Yeah, bro. What the fuck? You get the slick back, dude? Ben 10X. Put some grease in your hair, man. Ariel, how's it going, brother? Cloak's not bad. Yeah, the cloak's alright. I don't like how it's like rubber though. I think Bungie would stop making should stop making paid DLCs and rely on Eververse for money. I won't be shocked if Eververse makes enough money to support D2. That's possible. I don't think they would do that unless like Marathon goes fucking nutso mode, and they make insane money from nutso. Marcus Boydu, how's it going, brother? Over on Twitch. And Silver Shard, how's it going, brother? Just got here. Who's the special guest? Abaddon will be joining us in a couple minutes. I thought memory issue doesn't affect Guardians. Only heard Exos. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, I guess it would only be normal Exos that have the memory problem. Imagine if you have Alzheimer's and you're constantly wandering around dying, but forgetting you're constantly dying. Bro, what? Bro just discovered the most torture method ever in the Destiny universe. Marathon is the 4th biggest on Steam for pre-orders and 2nd on PlayStation. That's crazy. That's insane. I still need to pre-order it. Why that dude with the weird lips instead of the hot-looking Asian chick? Bruh, I don't know, man. You don't like the lips and the slick back, man? Come on now. The character that mimics doesn't have hair with Bungie. Well, the stealth, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. You don't really see his hair in the game, so I guess that's confirmed he's not bald, like in Marathon. Oh, gelatinous. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Wait, why did Cade have the ramen shop he couldn't eat? I think no, Exos can eat. I'm pretty sure Exos have like full or like synthetic organs and shit. So they eat, they poop, they fucking, you know. You don't think Save 14 and Osiris be getting it on, man? Come on now. I thought the light heals like all illnesses. Yeah, you wouldn't actually have Alzheimer's. I know for a fact you say the age you were revived. Yeah, I think so. So I guess if you were old as hell and you got revived, but like you wouldn't have Alzheimer's. I don't think. I don't think people should pre-order Marathon. Bungie has fucked up so much on Destiny 2 that any new game they release should be approached with great caution. I mean, I would say I would be cautious about pre-ordering Marathon if I didn't play one of the betas. But I played one of the betas, and that shit was low-key fire. So... that shit was low-key fire. How are you feeling about the new Astaroth reactor video? I'm fine with it. I watched it live. I like it when Astaroth reacts. Imagine you had Alzheimer's getting revived as a 70-year-old and then remember everything. Like a cheat code to being a ghost. Like if your memory's already cooked when you die and get revived, then you get revived and you get that shit back. Or if I died as a 9-year-old and then got revived with the body of a 9-year-old and told me to kill Crota, I would cry. Golden Age lifespans were different though, so it would not be age equivalent. Yeah, so I guess a 90-year-old in the Golden Age wouldn't be the same. But as we know from Ikora, you could have been revived when you weren't in the Golden Age, because Ikora died in the 60s. So you still could have been old as shit, and like you could have been like a freaking like a caveman from 2 million years ago and got revived. You know what I mean? Do Guardians have infinite stamina? I have no idea. Probably. Ask Mara. Oh my god. I mean, I guess not. They wouldn't, right? Because if they need food to survive, they wouldn't have infinite stamina. Because you can still die of, you can still die of starvation. So you probably wouldn't have infinite stamina. Helmet stays on, Lady Gades and Lentilman. Think of playing a good. I'm thinking. I think playing a good demo is a good sign, but a demo is only part of the game. The main game might not be what you expected, but hey, it's your money. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the same. Like, you know, the beta was definitely not the whole game, and I mean they've changed a lot since then. Gaspard, how's it going, brother? Also, thanks Nidak on Twitch for the follow. So there could be a unfit guardian. Yeah, I mean, look at Asher Mir, bro. Asher Mir was pretty skinny as hell. He had a Vex arm. He was a guardian. Wouldn't the skeleton have rotted a decent bit between the 60s and currently? Well, you can be revived without the skeleton present. Right? Like, if you get disintegrated in you can still be revived by your ghost. I think as long as it's where you were killed. Air should have taken out the mountaintop micro missile. Let's go, guys. Perfect. Oh, can't you? No. Hello, hello. How's it going? Let me get you. Can you just talk really quick?
Yeah, how's it sound?
Okay. People are picking you up on. It's picking up on Discord, so that's a W. W's in chat, guys. Welcome, Abaddon, to the stream.
Dude, I'm excited, bro.
Yeah. Very
Here,
excited.
I got a new mic recently, so I don't know how it sounds on my stream. Might be too loud.
It sounds good on Discord. Chat, let me know if you need me to turn anything down or up. Um, I have like a mic. I have like a Shure SM7B that I got like ages and ages ago, but I never really use it for my videos because like I don't know how to set that shit up to make it sound like like really good. Like I can make it sound good, but not like, you know, not like crazy, not like professional streamer quality, you know.
Yeah, I think I got a shirt recently. I don't know if it's that exact model, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, changing my title. Um, let me find your exact @ so I can put it in my stream. It's Abaddon. It is at Abaddon D2. Okay, there you go. Abaddon D2. W. Okay, there we go. Everything's
All right.
updated. Let me DM you my bungie code. Give that to you. Take a number sign 2727 and then 36. Boom.
All right, got you. All right, just send you a friend request.
W guys, we're in. Friends with Abaddon.
It's happening.
It's happening. So, got any videos you're willing to leak you're working on, brother?
Yeah, actually I have I've been working on one for the past like 2 months now. About like all the lore of renegades. It's like it keeps
Oh,
getting
okay.
bigger. And I have one coming out next week, which yeah, that one should be pretty cool.
Okay, W.
Yeah,
W. We
I
will be
saw like
watching.
before. Oh, thank you, thank you. I before I got on, I saw the one you just put out. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, Praedyth, dude, give me Praedyth. I want Praedyth so badly back in this, bro.
Yeah.
I need to see him.
I mean, like, they've been building him for freaking years, bro. Like, um, I mean, obviously since back D1 Vanilla, and then every now and then they'll like, here's a little bit of Praedyth lore for you guys. Here's a little twinkle. We'll mention him here and there, and it's like, oh my gosh, just give him to us, man. We know he's trapped.
Yeah, exactly. And then they did the whole thing with the Desert Perpetual recently, or the Epic Desert Perpetual with the Chioma's line. That's like referencing like the whole, like his story and aspect. So it's like, it's they're hinting at it.
Oh, we're so close, guys. Bungie, I think it'll probably happen soon. Like, I mean, I have this whole, I'm slowly working on a video about how I think we're going back to not Praedyth, oh my gosh, to Neptune at some point. And I think like at some, it's all interconnected with like Maya Sundarash's story, Soteria, Astrea, shit like that. And so it's like, and so if I think, obviously the in my opinion, the Maya and Praedyth storylines will intersect with one another. So, at some point, that might happen soon.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. The Soteria stuff and the Straya, like there was like the recent lore with the new like the in Tharsis.
Yeah.
Just I love Estrella as a character. I'm so excited to see more of
And
her. Like
I'm me too. And I'm so interested, about how like whether Astrea is gonna be a little bit more of like a villain or like a little bit of like a weird like where she's gonna stand in the story, right? Because from Vesper's host, I think it's if you bring in Final Warning or whatever, she has a voice line about Maya Sundarash, and she's like,
yeah.
"Oh, but I like her. She's kind of sick," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like she fucks with the conductor, bro. Like, what's gonna happen if they ever end up meeting? And then there's also, the relationship where, or I guess like Astrea's not very happy with Clovis because she's kept all the other AIs from her and locked her away on the Vesper station. So it's like there's a lot of building there, and and of course the radio box here where you have Soteria who's asking where her sister is. So that's, I don't know, they're building to something.
Yeah, and especially with the I wonder if they're gonna do more with like, cause like the Ion, like the Ionians, they were hinted at first in Vespers with that line where Estrella's like she realizes she has siblings and like Rasputin. Then there's she mentioned Soteria, and then she mentioned the Ionians, which back then we didn't know what that was. And she also mentioned the Stoneworm protocols,
Right.
which I'm super where that's gonna go, because I don't know, like there's some like I did a video on it way back when, but like there's an interesting connection I found with the Stoneworm protocol, like the word stoneworm to some like ancient like mythology. It's like it was like the stone cutter worm. It was used in like to create these temples, like in I think Jerusalem.
Okay.
That's what I think they're drawing from
Right.
with that. But like I don't think there's no indication as what stone worms could be in Destiny. Like there's nothing on Ishtar or anything. So I'm interested in that because they followed up on Ion pretty close after the release of Vespers with the Ionians. So I don't know. There's something there.
So I guess like and I mean they also mention like the Odysseus protocol, which was followed up with the what's his name, Lodi, and that makes sense. Like the name like Odysseus makes sense. Like he's kind of Lodi is lost in time, trying to get back to where he was. Kind of same thing with Odysseus, trying to return to like Athens or whatever the story is. Like he's trying to return to his wife. So pretty similar stuff. I'd have to look into that stoneworm stuff. Like when you say they built temples, is it like, have you ever heard of the what's it called? Like something about a book about Solomon and how he had to like he got demons to help him to build the
Yeah,
temple.
that's exactly it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
Yeah, let
it's
me
like the
find my
stone
original
worms.
script.
Was that like in reference to one of the demons or something he helped that they helped
Um,
build it?
let me see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, this was. I pulled up my old Vesper subscript. I'm just gonna read off what I wrote verbatim.
Okay, yes.
Um, yeah, this is okay. This is the what I found was it's related to. It's called Solomon's Shamir,
Hmm.
which is um this mythological worm that had the power to cut through and disintegrate stone. It is said that King Solomon used it during the construction of the first temple in Jerusalem, in place of using tools, since tools symbolize bloodshed, and this was to be a
Mm.
place of peace. And then this is a stone worm, and that's referenced by the zoologist that I found, which is where like the stone worm name or connection comes from to that. Other
Mm.
other than it just being like physically like doing the job of like what a stone worm would be, but it's called a stone worm by this guy. Um, so yeah, that's the connection there. So yeah, it is the King Solomon.
Mm. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder where they'll go with that. Need to think about that. Building some type of temple. Someone somewhere. Um,
Yeah, and it's interesting. It's connected to Clovis too and Vesper Station. Um, that's the other
um,
thing too. Is like to me like Vesper Station is a golden age facility. So and all those
right.
AI were created in the golden age. And
Mm.
we know the Ionians they have a connection to the golden age as well, but I want them to do more with the Ionians. Like I feel like there's so much untapped lore. I think they're going to at some point because
Yeah.
um there was lore about Ionians coming to Earth in Renegades. So
You
yeah,
know,
I think that'd be really cool.
yeah, it's interesting because like I feel like in the past Bungie is kind of maybe this was just in response to like the reaction to Lightfall, but like we had the whole lore drop of Neomuna, this like basically Golden Age city, um, and they didn't really after Lightfall they didn't really touch on it ever again outside of like minor like mentions in the lore and stuff in certain characters, but um, I'd love to see more of like these outskirts or remnants of humanity after the collapse, and see how they like eventually work together maybe at some point. I saw Evase put out a video today, like it was about a potential civil war or whatever in the last city. I haven't got the chance to watch it yet, but this has been an idea I've also been thinking about recently because in Renegades we have the lore where we're seeing that like the civilians are starting to arm themselves with like paracausal weapons, like some kid had like a stasis grenade that he
Yeah.
was playing with or whatever. So like it's interesting to see like how maybe Bale or these other groups, maybe the Concordat, and could potentially get involved again in the story where maybe some drama, political drama happens in the last city, you know.
Yeah, I
Especially
think
now that
yeah.
we know that now that the prophecy has been revealed to everybody. Everyone knows
Yeah.
about the end times.
That was a big deal.
Hmm.
But I think a civil war is I think that's definitely on the rise. I mean, I've been working on something too. It's in my Renegades video,
Oh,
and I think
W.
I'm having something that's coming out about that as well. But yeah, they've been hinting at that for so
Yeah,
long. It
very
seems
long
like
time.
since when the skimmers came too,
Yeah,
like
with
that's like that
Lysander
was two
sending
years
it.
ago. Yeah.
Okay, I have a
Um,
question. Do you think the King of Chicago is Lysander?
he could be. I don't know. I haven't.
That's like my idea. This very loose. That's very loose theory,
Yeah, I
but I
mean,
don't know.
he could definitely be because like we don't know where he went. He could also. I remember I saw a theory way back, like during episode Echoes.
Hmm.
It was pretty interesting though, where this guy I forgot who it was. It was some YouTube video. Um, but he connected Lysander and the Concordat to Neomuna, so maybe he's involved with that
I guess
storyline
yeah,
as well.
because the skimmer is, I mean, it's like a kind of a replica of like the Cloud Strider hoverboard or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
I guess that yeah, that makes sense. Like when I I did a Chicago video and I was like, okay, what theory could I put out there about the King of Chicago? Because we don't know a lot. Like I feel like Chicago
Yeah.
is there's a lot about Chicago that's a really really big mystery right now. And I was like, okay, what do we know about the King of Chicago? We know we have the community theater, ghost community theater play, and they talk about. Let me just pull it up. It's in like a sparrow, right? Let me see. I'm still gonna find it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like a sparrow
I
or a
think
ship or
it's
something.
yeah. Hold on. I think I know what you're talking about.
Where's it?
Um.
Where? Pedrio, thank you for the follow. Also, thanks guys
But yeah,
for
just on
tuning in.
Chicago, it's just like there's so much like bits and pieces of mystery there, which that's why like I'm so excited for it because there's like
Yeah.
a lot of um like different parts all connected to this one place, and it's all gonna like converge soon. Um,
Yeah,
which
I
would be
think
cool.
it's I think it's probably gonna happen in Shattered Cycle, right? I think that's like most likely.
Yeah, definitely. I
Um,
think so too.
maybe it's a ghost. I'm still trying to find this damn lore tab.
I think is it this one because I don't think it's weird because this one isn't like released in game, but it's on Ishtar. It's like
Oh.
so I don't know
Oh
where
yeah, yeah, that
this
one,
is.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's because it's not on this far. It is on Ishtar. Okay, that's weird. I leaked it in my I leaked it. Bungie. I leaked it from Ishtar. But yeah, it's about what does it say? It's like a poem, right? So it says at the
Yeah,
beginning like best stories are ones you're never certain are true. So it's like it's take it with a major grain of salt, obviously for obvious reasons. It's a play. Ghost Community Theater made Oryx the Nightmare Daddy. You know what I mean? So you know we can glean a little bit of truth from here, but probably nothing too serious. And he says, all for Chicago's sleeping kingdom slumbers still. When I defeat this lost and maddened beast, then I ensure humanity's return. I must divert its eyes from lonely ghosts. So it's like there's the beast under Chicago, obviously, and then he's wants to defeat it so that people can return to Chicago. And and then he says later because his ghost is like, um, nobility like yours and needs no crown. Is this your purpose? Then it is mine as well. And the king says, then I reject last city and my name. My title is my home. It's still my claim. I'm Chicago's king. The stalwart sword, guarding her magnificence as her lord. My heart, my city. What is it you say? Say, cry victory, for we will win today. And so, like, my loose connection there to the Lysander was like, he's kind of like, I reject the last city, and then,
yeah,
it's like, I tried making a connection to the Rat King lore, which is we don't know if it's talking about Lysander, but it kind of seems like it is. It's talking about like the king in who led his rats outside the city, and they live now in like some other place, and they go on all these adventures, and how the last city keeps denying the existence of this rat, right? This Rat King, and so if the Rat King lore is talking about Lysander, and then it's possible that if Lysander ended up in Chicago, then this myth of him as the king of the Rat King could have evolved into him being the king of Chicago or whatever. But that's just a game theory, guys. Just a game theory.
yeah. No, I can definitely like. I think Lysander's a contender because they're also like they're hinting at like this whole there's a lot of dark guardians like there's of course Bale and his dredgens, but then Eris says there's dark guardian cells that are resurgent, and I think
Right.
she makes it kind of clear to differentiate that from dredgens. And
Right.
there's dialogue in the dungeon from Honor where she says she encountered dark guardians that weren't dredgen.
Mm.
So and I'm trying to think what could be the enemy we face in Shattered Cycle um because of course we have we've gotten Edge of Fate was Fallen and Vex. We had Renegades, which was primarily Cabal, but we had Fallen and Vex. So Shattered Cycle I think will probably be we have the same helmet. That's cool.
Oh, W.
um, um I think Hive. I think Hive's my guess, but I think there's a lot of good like it could be taken because of course Lord of Every Nothing.
Right.
There's still potential for him, and I think the Dread because I do remember Allison Lurs her when she was on with Bife, she said
Hmm.
she was like Bife asked her of like the four factions we hadn't seen yet, or in like the Fate Saga like it had a focus. She said she was most excited to see the Dread.
Right.
Um, so I think they're a
Hmm.
contender for Shattered Cycle too. But like I don't know who we could face, and I think they're building up to something more with like a Dark Guardian faction, Dredgen faction. That's I think going to be different than the Baron Imperium,
Right.
because the Baron Imperium probably isn't going to last that long either. Like given what
Yeah.
Bale has talked about. Um, so yeah, I think Lysander leading like the Conquered at and this in Chicago that could be sick. Like I would love that. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, like a cool, like actual, like a Guardian faction that we face, or
yeah,
like or more just humanoid, I guess, would be pretty cool.
yeah. Because like they did with Dredgen Seer. With Dredgen Seer like is a human, but
Hmm.
he's got the model of like a Lucian wizard. So I wonder if they're gonna
Right.
do that
Yeah.
with more, like use those models, because like I don't know if they're gonna develop. I would love for them to do like a whole human faction,
Yeah.
but I don't know. But using like I think that's a good idea if they're gonna like use those models, because then
Hmm.
they could do a lot with like a ton of different Dark Guardians, and then maybe pair them up with like an alien faction like the Hive or the Dread or something. That could be really cool
Yeah.
for Shadow
That'd be pretty
Cycle.
cool. Like I think you know, a lot of people in my chat are saying they think Hive is most likely for Shattered Cycle. I think so too. Like it'd be interesting to see what brood, if like we do fight the Hive or whatever, like what brood would be a part of, right? Whether they're just like normal ass Hive that are just chilling out, whether they're, is Savathun or Xivu up to something new. We haven't heard much about them since Heresy, and they aren't very friendly with us right now. I would think, I don't know if, about Dread for Shattered Cycle, but I definitely feel like Dread will show up in The Alchemist for sure.
Yeah, I think they'll come
Um,
up in the next year.
yeah, definitely the next year. Oh, someone said Nokris. Oh, low key? Like
Yeah,
we haven't
there's been
we had,
hints for that. Yeah.
yeah, we haven't heard from Nokris since Season of the Deep, right? Unless I'm forgetting something, because there was
Um.
the Catalyst quest.
Yeah, I think that is the last time we ever had a Knockers reference was back in Ghost of the Deep with that. Um.
So that'd be
I think
interesting.
it could also be a there could do a whole new sect of Hive. Like they've been like the pattern of these expansions recently has been like creating new factions. So they
Yeah.
might do a whole new Hive faction, which could be interesting because there's still so like the dungeons have always been kind of like they have always kind of foreshadowed the future. So
Right.
like
Yeah.
Vespers obviously with stuff Lodi and stuff. Sundered Doctrine, there's a lot that Sundered Doctrine did kind of set up, but we haven't seen it realized yet.
Mm.
Um, like
Um.
there's Hive in Sunder Doctrine that, um, you know, they're not the Lucian Hive because they look like they don't have the armor of the Lucian Hive, so it's
Right.
not Savathuns.
Hmm.
It's a different faction, and they're teaming up with the Dread that
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
going after Rolk's or Oryx's chisel.
Hmm.
Um, so maybe that's hinting at a future story,
Yeah.
like where there's a new high faction that we haven't seen before. Maybe Nokris is involved with that. Maybe it's like a new
That's
Nok or
true.
Rasp of Nokris type faction.
Action. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be interesting because I mean, Nokris would have to be a Hive Guardian, right? And so it's like,
Yeah.
would Nokris, be like, fuck Savathun, bro. Like, you res me, but I'm out of here. I'm off doing my own thing now. Um, I mean, that'd be interesting. I think, there's also the whole thing about, what is it like? Obviously, I don't think Six would have probably not been involved yet until a bit later after Sunder Doctrine, but like Six is dealing with sword logic right now, so obviously he's in deal with the Dredgens and stuff, but we could potentially see like other members of the Nine at play. I think one of the big members of the Nine that like I'm excited to face in the future is like Jupiter a little bit because Jupiter seems to want to turn itself into like a black hole. which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
So, I don't, maybe the nine are involved in that, maybe not. I mean, the nine will be involved in Shatter Cycle, but um, I don't know. I guess it's a mystery.
Yeah, I love Jupiter's personality. Like
Yeah.
he's always like he's so dramatic, but I love it.
Yeah, and it's like,
I
it's
want to
so
see
interesting
Jupiter for
because,
sure.
like, the dynamics between the nine are so different, even within their even if when they're divided in, like, excuse me, like the outer nine and the inner nine, even within those groups, there's still division. Like, I find whenever I'm reading like the dialogue between like Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune, like Uranus and Neptune, they're just like, they seem like relatively chill. Like, they're just kind of like, listen, guys, we just want to be free of our gravity wells and free of life. Like, I don't really care about anything else. And then Jupiter and Saturn, they're like, we need to kill literally everything. Like, we need to destroy the whole solar system and everything in it. And it's like, okay, like maybe chill a little bit, guys. Like, what's happening there? Um, but yeah, and I still think, like, I think it was Uranus who said in it was like the hollow, the static data shell, was it? Or no, it was some other lore tab. Um, Uranus is talking about, um, the motives of the inner nine seem nice to you guys. Like, they try to be nice to you guys in the when they're communicating to you guys, but they have their own ulterior motives. Like, because ultimately all of the nine want to be free. Like, they want to, you know, to undo their fate as like their eventual deaths that'll come when the sun explodes and shit like that, right? Like, they all want to escape that fate, but the inner nine are just trying to be more friendly about it. But I think eventually, when push comes to shove, some of the inner nine might also, stab us in the back a little bit. So, um, it's very interesting to see where the motivations of the nine go forward.
Yeah, like definitely like I think if there were to be any inner that like betray us, I think it would be Venus just because
Hmm.
I remember like way back when I was like looking at the nine lore before Edge of Fate, like back then the all we had was like the lore tabs way back, in Drifter and then when D2 launched. So like the personalities like I think they were altered a little bit, but Venus back then I read to be like almost on the side of wanting to escape. Like Venus
Right.
wasn't like the inners and the outers, like they weren't really defined as the inners are all wanting transformation and the outers all want to escape. Like back
Right.
I read it as, Venus was a part of the ones who wanted to escape. And Venus still kind of is kind of almost standoffish a little bit too. So I
Hmm.
think I'm excited to see more of Venus because we don't really know
Yeah, and I
much
don't.
about Venus.
Did we ever find out, like, why Venus was using the Ahamkara to try and change itself? Was that just like part of the wanting transformation rather than escape, I guess, or was that a little different?
I don't remind me where is that from because I don't think
I
we ever got a
think
follow up on that.
I think I like the whole Ahamkara thing. I think it's from Destiny 1 lore, I think, or like very early DT lore. I don't remember which one, but um, all I remember is they were the nine broadly. I think they used the terminology of the nine rather than Venus specifically
Oh, I
was
think I
was
remember what
trying
you're
to
talking about.
use
Yeah.
use the Ahamkara. And I mean, like, you know, I don't know, nothing really came about from that, I don't think, but um, you know, we have the new brood or new generation of Ahamkaras coming up soon, probably with Riven's eggs. So we'll see how they
Yeah,
get
it's
involved.
been a while. It's been a while since they were discovered, and they got to be hatching at some point.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, like, it took a while for them to even do that, the egg plot point from Season of the Lost when Mara had the Ahamkara egg in the Savathun crystal room, if you remember that.
yeah,
So they were, I don't know, I think they'll build it up eventually. Maybe they'll do like a Great Hunt 2.0 storyline or something like that. Um, lots of
yeah,
mysteries. Lots of mysteries.
yeah. I think whenever they eventually get around to doing an awoken theme story, I bet that will be brought back up again because it's
Yeah.
been. So that was way back in Witch, or
I was right
yeah, that was Wish or
before. Yeah, season of Wish. Yeah, right before Final Shape.
Wish. Witch and Wish, they're like right next to each
Yeah,
other
I
and both
know. I was
sound the
like,
exact
what was that
same.
naming, dude?
But yeah, that was 3 years ago at this point.
That
Well,
was
3 years ago.
maybe 2 years.
Yeah, well, yeah, it'll be 3 years. Yeah, 'cause that was 2023, but the end. Yeah, so been a while though.
Yeah, been a. Oh yeah, yeah. Because did it season of Wish or Wish started like in fall. In the
Yeah,
fall, right?
of
Yeah, okay,
23.
that's true. Yeah,
So we'll be coming up on 3 years and later this year. But
later this
it's
year.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
been a long time. Um,
been
and
a
I think
long time.
we'll eventually get resolution to the Dreaming City cycle.
I
Or
hope
curse.
so. Like,
Um,
a part of me felt like, I don't remember when this was. Maybe it was Lost or maybe it was Wish, but there was whenever like the Awoken stuff was happening in one of the seasons, they were kind of like Mara was like, "Listen, guys, let it go a little bit." She was kind of like, "Uh, maybe we won't ever save them in the Dreaming City," and it's like,
yeah.
yeah, so it's like, oh, okay, and I think maybe that's just Bungie trying to be like, chill out on the Dreaming City for a little bit. We'll get back to it eventually, but right now we're focused on Final Shape. And so, you know, maybe one day, it'd be interesting to see how they do it because Savathun said she can't undo the curse, and if they want to undo it, they'd have to find a different way to figure that out. Maybe like I don't know if maybe eclipse energy, if we can use it to turn the paracausality off of the curse or something. I don't know, but for now we'll see what happens there, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Um,
I remember there was lore in Heresy, where Mara was like it was like right after Eris had died, so that's when the lore was written. Like it was from Mara's perspective, and like she was like it's alluding to the fact that she wants to rebuild the Dreaming City and resolve it because she wants to like etch Eris into it and like so that she can be remembered, and
right.
like build a statue of her. So, yeah, I wonder. I mean, I think there's so much, so many different storylines. Like they only have so much time. So I don't know if they will, but like I would love it. Like I want to see the distributary too. Like
That, yo,
'cause-
like, oh, dude, like being able to visit other planets eventually, whether it be Tor Botol or Reese, or like go to the distributary or something, like that is like, bro, please. And I mean, we've gotten a couple hints, I think, about Tor Botol in Renegades, right? Like,
yeah, there's quite a lot.
like
Yeah.
the Barent Imperium is all about returning to the way the Empire was prior to Callus, right? And so, and all of the new Barents, they're like, oh, we gotta retake Tor Battle for the glory of the Empire and all these things. And even though like most of the Barents that are in the Imperium are now like born in this solar system, so they don't even know what it was like on Tor Botol. And so I think it was Rao or another Scion gave like a vision about how the Barent Imperium will attempt to take back Tor Botol, but they're gonna fail desperately. Um, and so that's definitely an interesting storyline. I'm very excited for to see if we ever go to Tor Botol, and that'll be I think probably the conclusion of Zivu's storyline maybe, since I think she's still there. So
Yeah,
least,
I think that's definitely gonna be a plot line at some point, just because they've been hinting at it for since Keitel started being introduced. Like she was always
right.
wanting to retake it, but then with Renegades, like you say, like there's so many different lore tabs and stuff with the Baron Imperium talking about wanting to go to Tor Botol, and then Bale's having these visions from Six, where he's like he knows the Baron Imperium's gonna fall, but like they're going to make an effort. So I think there'll be a storyline where we go to Tor Botol with Keitel. There's Zebra Wrath and her hive still, they took it over. There'll be a force to fight there. I think if we end Zero Wrath, I think it would be there. And then of course Baron Imperium, and maybe that's when the Baron Imperium maybe collapses, like they collapse.
Yeah.
Like maybe that'd be kind of poetic, like they've been wanting to go back to this planet they've never been to. But it's like that's their home, but they were born in the solar system, and then they go there and then they fall apart, like their whole empire falls apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. One thing that makes me a little sad is Eternal just brought this up in my chat. He said they asked the question of whether Xivu has their throne world anymore or not. Like, if she still, I mean, she just doesn't have access to her throne world. But one thing I loved about Xivu's the artwork surrounding her and her throne was like it's low key like a domain expansion from Jujutsu Kaisen where she just like casts her domain around her and it's the coolest fucking thing ever. And I'm like, bro, like how the fuck did they are we not gonna be able to see that in the game because now she can't use her freaking throne world anymore. So,
Yeah,
but
that cutscene was so cool, and it's because the um the most like so when they
is
pan
that the
over,
wing thing she does? Yeah.
if you guys recall this cutscene where they pan over to like they pan through all the different throne worlds really fast, but you can kind of see the landscape of each, and then
Mhm.
they go and focus on her and they go up her tower, which
Yeah.
looks like her tower looks so cool. Like I want to see that in game one day because like it matches how kind of the her throne world was described
Right.
being like kind of like disgusting and like nasty place.
Mhm.
But that art, at least to me, I gotta find this now. It looks just like so there was this old concept art for what would be I think either Enceladus or Europa.
Mhm.
I don't
Okay.
know if it's true. Which one it is, I forget, because one it was gonna be Enceladus, then it was Europa. But oh here I found it. It's low quality though. What the heck? But there's a concept art. I'll throw up on my stream.
Yeah, let me find it here.
Yeah, where it has this this tower which looks like the Scarlet Keeps tower on Europa, but it looks like the throne world, Zivaras throne world looks identical to this. Like it's like
Oh
it's an
yeah,
ice
yeah, yeah.
location. It's got the tower. So like I think they're drawing from this old art, like because I think they were I guess Europa and whatever, they're supposed to be the same back then, but like um yeah, I guess this would be Europa, not Zelda's, but yeah, like this, I think they're drawing directly from this artwork with that cutscene, which
Yeah.
is really interesting
Uh,
that they're like going back to that.
do you remember there was back when Bungie was still doing like the ink blot cutscenes. I don't remember which season it was from, but we got another glimpse at Xivu. I think it was she on her with her assault onto her bottle, and she had a like all her like her giant wings encircling the capital. And it was a callback to like this really old like artwork about like Dracula or something.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but Xivu
I think
assault
it's
on.
from like an old black and white movie, like from the
Yeah.
20s. I think, but yeah, I know what you're referencing.
Oh yeah, I
though.
see.
Yeah.
I have it here. I'll DM it to you. Like it was also in like a lore book, but they also put it in a cutscene.
Yeah, that it's
And
so
yeah,
it's
so like
so sick.
yeah, that's kind of what I was referencing when I was talking about the the domain expansion. Because like she's like basically imposing her throne world everywhere, right? So pretty cool stuff. I think
Yeah.
Xivu's such an interesting character because like it's like she's having this like crisis of faith almost, or at least she was during Season of the Deep and whatnot, and especially in Heresy, about like how does what does sword logic mean for the Hive now? You know um now that Savathun has kind of abandoned it for the light, and that she kind of felt really conflicted about the Echo of Navigation and how Oryx was back because although technically by sword logic he deserves to stay dead, she didn't want him. She probably would have preferred that her brother didn't die, right? So didn't die for a second time. So it's kind of like it's this interesting dynamic of like where does Devu's relationship with sword logic go going forward, and like whether she doubles down on sword logic and is like, nah, this is the way to go, or if she abandons it entirely for something else. Um, very interesting
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That whole like her whole revelation in Heresy, like that was done so well. Like I really want to see where they take her story,
Hmm.
because like as you said, like she had this, her whole idea of sword logic was challenged, and
Right.
we don't know if she's gonna double down on it or like you say abandon it. But yeah, it's just she's such like I love the way like she talks to us too. Like she's
Yeah.
so like
Oh, and it was such a
I can't wait
shame
to see
she
it.
didn't have voice lines in Heresy, bro.
Oh, I
Like,
know, right? Yeah, that was
oh, like I know she would have fucking like. Isn't the same voice actor the same as Sloane? I think whoever voices
um
Evu, but they would have killed it. They
yeah.
would have killed those voice lines.
Yeah,
Hello,
definitely.
everybody in
Like I'm
chat.
yeah, I now that I'm glad the whole strike's over so we can like next time she's
Yeah.
around um we can hear her.
Dude,
But
hearing Zivu the first time in Season of the Deep was so wild. I was so
dude,
hyped
yeah,
because
like
it's
that
like
mission,
you're
yeah.
standing on the plates on Titan or some shit, or it's the totems or whatever, and you're like, who the hell is speaking? Who's yelling at me right now, bro? And it's Zivu. Like, oh, so good, so damn
Yeah,
good.
dude, that was done so well. That was such like her whole story in Season the Deep. Like she was a menace. Like the Lord tab with her, like the with that's talking about like Sloane when she was after the pyramids came and took Titan,
Hmm.
she was there alone, and she like and Sloane she goes down to the into the sea, and then Siva Wrath like tries to like claw her out of the suit and like rip her apart,
Yeah,
or Sloane. It's like it's so like the way it's written is so well done, and it's like it's so graphic too. Like Siva Wrath, I can't wait to see more.
yeah. Um, I guess transitioning back to some Shattered Cycle conversation, or at least maybe back to Chicago. What do you think the monster is under in the
Oh, the
labyrinth or whatever?
monster. Um, Man, there's so many things that could be. What I don't want it to be just some thing
Wrath,
we've
you
seen
gotta
before.
dig
But
in,
I
bro.
don't think it's going to be just because there's so many indications that it's not. But I
Hmm.
think I've always I mean I think what it used to be, I guess, I think it was something related to the pyramids way back way back when. I don't know if it's going to be connected to that now, but I think what I do think it is, I think it's the same creature that's referenced on the Lord tab for Melas
Uh
Panoplia, the Tyne one, where it's like the DEO report from like the 70s,
oh.
and they're talking about this creature that crashed into the Swiss Alps, and they go and like it's I've put it on my videos like maybe once or twice before, and I've read the lore tab, and then every time like it's so redacted, so I just say redacted, redacted.
Oh
And I always
yeah,
get
yeah,
comments from being
yeah.
like, "This is
Bro,
redacted the
bro
video,"
leaked the
but
Epstein files, man.
but yeah, like uh, I think it's whatever is this creature described here is
Yeah, okay.
that because it's the timing works, and if it
Hmm.
has like connection to Lodi, because I think this um Lodi was present for this because it blanks out all the people, like all the team that was there, like
Hmm.
all their name, all everyone's names, but they cite a linguist, and well we know
Oh,
Lodi was a
okay.
linguist, so I think um Lodi was definitely present for there, which might be why he's
Oh,
connected to that creature
yeah,
because
and he's
he
getting the
was there.
visions.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um.
okay.
So I think whatever this thing was is probably what's under Chicago. Um.
Maybe
But
it's like a Chicago Lodi's long last puppy. He befriended the creature and now he's you know, the puppy's a little bit upset that his owner's been gone for centuries.
yeah, we go down there and we think it's this big beast, and it's just like this small dog or something, you know.
Yeah.
Um.
Bro's messing up our freaking hot tub session, man.
I know, right? um. But yeah, I there's like I've seen like so many different theories. Like people think it could be like an Aphelion, which that would be that'd be dope. I think I saw something like it could be related to um the creatures that Drifter encountered, which I
Right.
don't know. Those seem which people
Uh,
think those might be the Aphelion as well, but
yeah.
um
I
I
don't
think I
know.
yeah.
Like to me, I feel like the creatures it's a bit difficult because like it was written so long ago and so Bungie's vision might have changed since then.
Yeah.
But like isn't it kind of just like an egregore creature a little bit? Like like maybe the creatures inside the stasis chambers are a bit different, but he talks about how he brought one of the creatures back, I think, from the ice planet, and that's what's inside the hall, or like whenever you're doing Gambit, whatever the freaking weird ass purple thing is that's standing behind him. It's like I feel like that was like early egregore stuff, but maybe you know um
Yeah.
like we know so little about the Aphelion and what the nature of them are. I kind of think of the Aphelion as a bit of like a predator stand-in, like the most advanced predators in the universe. Kind of like Predator versus Alien situation. Um, so
Yeah.
maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not like I don't really I want to see an affiliate one day, but I don't.
One day,
I
yeah,
think that will be with an Awoken story.
most likely, yeah.
Because they're so related to the Awoken. Yeah. So I think it's whatever was on that lore tab. I think what's the creature. What do you think the creature will be though? I'm curious.
Uh, I mean, I said, in my Chicago video that if anything, it might be an Aphelion. I personally, I think it's something brand new, and something we've never seen before. And personally, I would want it to be something brand new. Usually we in Destiny, so much is built up all the time in the lore that like by the time it kind of gets to seeing it in game, it's not too much of a surprise if you've seen it, if you've been like keep following closely. So I would like it to be just something new. I kind of like the way Bungie is handling Shattered Cycle, where they're keeping basically everything super vague and super mysterious. Because I think they're going to eventually do some type of big reveal in Chicago, and they want that to really hit. So I think if anything, it's brand new, something brand new. But if it was something from the lore, maybe an Aphelion.
Yeah.
Some type of shapeshifter or amalgam thing. You know.
Yeah, that's what I love with the Melis Panoplia lore tab is that it's describing something that I don't think we've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Which, well, I think I think it'll be something just totally new. In that regard. But I'm excited to see more of the DEO as well, like
Yeah.
uncovering that story.
I wanna know how Hawkeye is involved, how Clovis is
Yes.
involved.
Okay.
Because like, Shayura was investigating, like in the Icebreaker lore tab, she's investigating a Hawkeye facility for connections with Clovis. And so, but we also know that Hawkeye is connected with the DEO. It said in one of the lore tabs, whatever it was, that you know, Hawkeye had a pre-Golden Age facility. Well, I think it was from Icebreaker. It had a
Yeah.
pre-Golden Age
Yeah.
facility that focused on gravitational weapons, which is obviously the DEO. So and it was based in Chicago, it says too. So if there's some type of connection there between Hawkeye and Clovis, that'd be interesting as a way to get Clovis back in the story as well. Um, and so yeah, I think what would be interesting is to see, what Clovis is after in this saga, right? Because, back in Season of the Seraph, we got his plan. He wants to be the god of the solar system, right? He wanted to use Rasputin to destroy the Traveler so he could take over everything. And so, if that's still his plan, right? And he's still up to no good. It'd be interesting to see how that gets involved. I'd like to. We'd have to figure out how binding the nine really properly works. But if it turns out we have to bind each nine to a specific person, I'd be interested to see if Clovis gets involved there and tries to form a relationship with one of the nine as well. Um, you know, we got some dialogue from it was at the end of I saw it on the Destiny Lore Vault. It was at the end of an onslaught mission or something that Lodi and Elsie Bray might be meeting up at some point. So, the story, the Clovis family drama continues. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I'm really interested in seeing where Clovis is in all this because I think they're definitely. Yeah, like I think I remember seeing that as well with Lodi meeting Anna. That's really interesting that you bring that up. And I think in times back to Estrella, Estrella wants her revenge.
yeah.
She's got some beef to settle with Clovis. So, I think Clovis will, I think he'll see the stuff happening with the Nine, and now that the Nine is no longer classified knowledge anymore. Of course,
Yeah.
Clovis is not within the city, but I'm sure now he's definitely knows what's going on. So I'm wondering, like, maybe he gets a relationship, like you say, with like a Nine. Maybe he starts maybe he connects to Jupiter since he's on Europa.
He's on Europa, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, like some type of Jupiter connection, or like, yeah, I don't know, I don't really know. Clovis is a big mystery right now as well, so we'll have to see. Like with Estrella being a fangirl of Maya, Maya's control over the Echo starting to wane, with Clovis wanting to be the god of the solar system, Elsie Bray being involved with Lodi. There's so many things that connect. It's like insane how many things are interconnecting. Like it's kind of hard to keep track of a little bit because like there's so many ways Bungie can take the story because of how interconnected everybody is. And I put out a video the other day about like Scions and how the Scions are involved.
Scions.
Where's Otsot? Otsot's looking. He was searching the VexNet for the Veil and the Oxa, and how does Otsot get involved in Neptune potentially if they're going for the Veil? And then there's Urix as well as another leader of the Scion, and then Rao's getting involved with the Totality Division, and so there's so many things, so many connecting threads, right? So very, very exciting stuff.
Yeah, that's what I really love, like what they've been like, and they managed to do this pretty like like they I like how like they're all these like lore tabs, like they're all building, all this lore is building together, like they're connecting. Like I think there used to be a time where I guess the sense of mystery was lacking. I feel like they've really brought that back because there's so many, like you say, like connecting threads and all these characters and everything is a lot of connecting pieces, and that there's so many ways they could take it. And they're doing it very well. Like, I'm just so excited.
Like, I think, maybe we underestimated Bungie a little bit. Like, at least I did at least, where, we got a lot of answers in the lead up to Final Shape without a lot of, like, building up of new stuff. It felt like, but over the past year, with, whether it be with the episodes as well as, Renegades and Edge of Fate, like, Allison's, philosophy of like stocking the fridge, like in the early days, starting with the episode echoes, it's like, damn bro, we got nothing to work with. That's what it felt like. Like, okay, there's very little connecting threads. Where's the story even going? Light and Darkness is over. Give us a Destiny 3, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And so it's but we just needed to let them cook a little bit, I think. And now we're cooking. Like now we have so many puzzle pieces, so many ways they can fit together, and it's very, very, very exciting. And I'm happy, I'm get to be involved with it, with the community now that I'm making lore videos, because like, it was really just, I've always been involved in the Destiny lore, but I never really wanted to make videos about it until Renegades, because Renegades was where it really felt like we know where we're going, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's even more connecting threads that was really building out the picture. And I'm like, okay, Eclipse subclass video, let's go. And now we're making lore content. So, very, very exciting. And I'm here with the GOAT Abaddon.
Awesome, yeah.
W.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm awesome. It's awesome that you've been able to like really become involved so quickly too.
Yeah, I know. It was so surprising. Like I don't even know.
But yeah, I definitely shared some of that sentiment. I guess after, because I didn't start making lore videos until I guess June 2024 around that time. And it was right before Final Shape, and then for about I remember being in Echoes, like I was making a video about My Cinderella, but I don't really know. And back then, like at my like I was that's not that good. I was not making good stuff. Besides, like there's some things in my first video that I really like, but there's a lot of it I don't. But I was feeling like similar to you, like I didn't know really what to do. So there was a time where I didn't really make video. I wrote about like a month or two, and I remember making a
Mhm.
video like, what's going on with Destiny?
Yeah.
But yeah, then Vesper's host came out, and they had the whole thing with Lodi transmitting, which
Mm.
that mystery, I was in that for a while because way before we even knew who Lodi
Mhm.
was. Then there was Heresy. Heresy
Yeah.
was
Heresy
so great.
sucked me
I
in
love
bad way.
Heresy.
Yeah.
Yes. Like
Uh,
the first day of Heresy, I remember that I felt so like exhilarated whenever I went and saw the artifact, and it's a quote from the Winnower. I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
bro.
it's real.
It's
It's real because
real.
um
Venextron
yeah,
was
like the
right.
whole dude, the next drop, dude, you know ball, bro. You know
Dude, like,
ball.
dude,
Um
I was the dude. Like, Venextron was fighting. He was fighting for the cause, bro.
dude, he
Like,
was.
there was there. We were in the dark ages before he showed up and popularized the Winnower being real, theory. Cause like, dude, I felt like no matter where you went in the lore community with Winnower talk at the time, it was like the Winnower's not real, bro. Like everyone, the
Yes.
masses were anti-Winnower, and it was like, no, like the Winnower is real. And then Venextron popularized it. And it was like, thank my goat.
Yes,
Uh,
dude. He did. Dude, his video he made, it's an hour long. It's like his big winter video, like on
yeah,
unveiling. That video is like it's a masterpiece.
it
I
is a
love that video
masterpiece.
so
Yeah,
much.
so damn
Um,
good.
and like that, the winter is just so great. And I'm like,
Yeah,
so the whole watch going from that and then to final shape with like witness name dropping the winnower and then being like,
yes,
dude, it's like, dude, that Salvation's Edge line. I was like, dude, they're saying like
dude.
they're hit like it's he's real, he's real. And then
Yeah,
then the ship lore with
yeah,
the
yeah.
winnower's message,
Knockray or
and
whatever.
um then a few months later with the anthology book that had more winnower lore in
Mm-hmm.
it,
Yep.
and then Heresy was like the icing on the cake with
Mm-hmm.
like the artifact. Then you had the the dialogue where they're name dropping the winnower in dialogue, like Oryx is talking about the winnower. There's a few
Yeah.
lines. It's like he's real. Like there's no doubt about
There's
it.
no
So it's
doubt
like
about it.
that
And
was
that, by proxy, confirms the existence of the
yep,
Gardener,
the
too,
gardener.
right?
Yep.
So, very exciting stuff, you know? Like, I mean, Salvation's Edge Day 1 was that was a fucking journey, but, like, when my team had spent fucking, like, 12 damn hours on the second boss, okay? We beat the second boss, we're in the jumping puzzle, I'm exhausted. We're all just like, thank God that shit was over. And then we're doing the jumping puzzle up to third, and the winnower line drops, and my brain just explodes, dude. I was like, yeah, like the most euphoric feeling ever, because we were finally done with that, and now we got even more winnower confirmation. So big W. Ugh,
Yeah, that I remember Salvations that whole weekend. I'll just say it was peak. That was
that was
so good.
peak.
Like going from final shape to then the rate, like then seeing the counter. Like every time you looked at the thing, it
Yeah.
said the final shape, the war continues in 3 days or whatever. And then I remember I did contest as well, but we didn't get past the second encounter.
Mm.
But I remember I went on Twitter during our middle of our run, and I saw a clip of that line. I'm like, dude, I was so excited. I was like, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's real. Um,
Yeah.
and then yeah, then it was so good. It was just so good.
Yeah, my team got walled at the flashbang room. The fucking Verity, dude, that shit was ass. I was like, that was low key. Okay, like although I love Salvation's Edge, like it's a cool raid. You know, I love the set piece, I love the winnower fight. You know, a part of me is always bitter about the contest experience in Verity, because it's a funny story, but we are I have a pretty good raid team. My raid team is pretty good, and we're pretty good at deciphering mechanics. We're just really bad at executing it. So we'll like get the mechanics done in like a couple tries, but then we'll take hours and hours to beat the encounter. And Verity, as we were trying to figure out the mechanics, it was like we uh we tried out the real like the proper mechanics like on our third or fifth try. Like our first like trying to test out mechanics, we did the right ones on the third try. And it didn't work because we didn't know that you had to like interact with both of the statues in order to escape the room. So if one of us got lucky and we had the two shapes we already needed and we didn't need to pass around the shapes, we we just wouldn't do that, even though you still had to shuffle the shapes uh, to escape. So we attempted it, didn't work because we couldn't shuffle, because we didn't shuffle, and then we wrote it off for hours and hours and hours until eventually we learned no, we were correct on our third try. So it was pretty heartbreaking.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
wow, that's rough.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, I remember just watching Verity
Mhm.
unfold. Um, dude, I could not believe like just like I couldn't. I don't think I could last there as long as something like you did, bro. Like because we stopped, as we stopped the second encounter, because like
Mhm.
that's just it seems so rough. Because I was like, I forget what it is, but it's like it doesn't tell you. Like there's what made it so difficult was I didn't feed you some information like the way it is. Like I didn't tell you something.
Right. Yeah.
It's been a while, but it's like yeah, like not having that like integral piece of
Mhm.
information. Yeah,
Yeah.
It took. I mean, it took them. How many hours was Verity for the world's first? It was
Oh,
like 12 hours, right?
12. It's 12 or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. And I think like the
Wild.
first people who cleared like they were on witness for way longer than everyone else. I think it was who was it? Was it uh all the players? Was he the first team to clear? But they were on witness for hours. It was kind of like a direct repeat
Yeah.
of Last Wish, where like there was one team that they brute forced the vault encounter and they got to Riven before everybody else. But it took Riven was so difficult because of the level gap that other teams were able to catch up for after like hours and hours and hours of being stuck on vault. So very interesting stuff. It's crazy how raid racing has changed over the years, and how
Yeah, like it's insane.
yeah.
Um like I was playing Vogue a few weeks ago or maybe like a month ago at this point. And just like seeing Vogue in its state versus like something like Desert
Epic growth, thanks for
Perpetual
the
Epic.
follow.
It's like
Oh yeah.
it's insane how raids have evolved in like 10 years.
Hmm.
Like it's crazy. Like just going through Vogue right now and then immediately doing it's like, dude, this is how are these
Baby
both,
mode.
raids? Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
But that just
And
shows like
there's
the
Root of
raid and dungeon
Nightmares.
team, the raid and dungeon team is they're so good.
They're
Like
so
they are on
damn
another
good.
level.
Like ever since Sundered, like obviously I mean, not just Sundered. I mean, Salvations. Like they cook all the time already, but like Salvation's Edge, they saw how we reacted to uh Root of Nightmares, like a little too easy.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, you guys want difficult? We'll give you difficult every day of time. Okay. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, they've been
Dude,
cooking.
I remember Root of Nightmares day one just because
Yeah.
we cleared it in like maybe 7 hours, eight
Right,
hours.
yeah.
And I was like, that felt too easy because that was
Yeah.
I think that was my second or my third contest I ever did.
Hmm.
Um and I remember, dude, dude, Twitter was
They were
it
clowning
was
on it.
it was wild that day.
Yeah.
Just seeing the Root of Nightmares.
Cause my team, I think we were around 6.5 hours or something. And dude, I remember like we got the final stand, right? And we're like, this is it, cook the boss, guys. Like we were getting super excited. And then it just falls over and we were like, okay, well,
Yeah.
that wasn't that exciting. um but yeah, like, although I personally like Root of Nightmares has grown on me as like more of like a low man raid like for solo
Yeah.
stuff or three man. I still enjoy it. I think Nezrek is cool, and I think even though the encounters are really easy, I still think they're pretty fun. As long as you're one of the two people doing mechanics. So um, you know, as much as I mean, like the whole, Lightfall as a whole was that was kind of a disaster of an expansion, but like, you know,
Yeah.
uh, but looking back, hindsight, Brood of Nightmares outside of the day one wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's grown on me. It's definitely grown on me. And speaking of the lore, the Brood Nightmares lore
Brood of
is so
Nightmares has
interesting as
some
well with
most
the
interesting,
whole
gorgeous environments. Yeah.
acolytes of Nezarec. Like
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna see that one day. Um, but
Yeah, bro. Nezarec needs to come back, man.
that yeah, I
Like,
think he definitely will. There's so much um there's so much potential for him to come back, and his whole
yeah.
thing is that he can never be killed. Like this his
Yep.
like they say like can an idea ever be killed?
Yeah.
And that's what he is. He's this embodiment of terror.
He's like the
So
truest idea of like a god we have in Destiny, right?
yeah,
Like, which is very interesting. I mean, I covered the dungeon lore, and like I think parts of the dungeon lore is like I think it's hinting towards Nezarec, and especially with how the Dredgens they're getting these shadowy whispers, and in the Dredgen Sparrow it talks about how Bale is searching for truth under Luna, and then the Scions are like
yeah,
very much like, ooh, we don't like this stuff. Like whenever the Dredgens were hearing the whispers and they had the shadow, like obviously the Scions have this whole history of being subjugated by Nezarec, right? So it's like you would, them being uneasy and fearful of like the shadows and the whispers surrounding the Dredgens, I felt like wasn't that big of a coincidence. I didn't think it was a coincidence. So I think it would be interesting
yeah,
to see Nezarec come back. It's also interesting to see like who will eventually be like the main leader of the Dread, because they're leaderless right now. There's been like obviously there's the Dread that were loyal to the Lord of Every Nothing. There was the Dread that were trying to use the chisel to like reshape themselves. Like they're really leaderless right now, so it'd be interesting to see if Nezarec, who's the god of pain and fear, would lead the Dread. Like the naming convention there kind of makes sense. So,
yeah.
um,
No, yeah, I think we're 100% on the same page. Yeah, because I definitely agree with you on all that.
yeah,
I need to I when I get around to doing a video on the dungeon, yeah, I need to like really deep dive those whispers. I've read over the lore, but that could yeah, I think that could be a potential link. But
hmm
the thing about I mentioned this in a recent video I did, but the thing about the Bale looking for truths under Luna, I think that there's like a lot that could be, but it's like the
yeah,
first thing you think of what's under Luna. Oh, the Nezarec's pyramid.
yeah,
Uh, so I definitely think if he's and Bale is, he's looking for darkness. Like he
yeah,
wanted, he found six by first hating the light, and then he went
hmm
to the illegal texts, and he
yeah,
went and realized he has this darkness within himself that he can actualize. So he goes
yeah,
and puts himself through pain rituals, and then he leaves the city. He goes to Europa with the brand, and then he
hmm
finds the stasis crystal, and then Six meets him there. Um,
yes, yeah,
and I think just Bale is in search of darkness, and
hmm
I don't think that's stopping. Like he's still gonna. I think he's still wanting that. That's what he wants under Luna.
yeah, yeah,
Um, is there's so much darkness connected to Luna. Maybe it's not the pyramid, but there's still the stuff relating to the K1 anomaly.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
darkness related. That's
hmm
still there. Um, there's just a lot of there's a high concentration of darkness under Luna.
yeah,
It seems like and I think I think yeah and I think that's maybe how Nezarec comes in. I think because I think he's going to come back at some point because like you say the Dread need a leader. And I
hmm
think Nezarec is the perfect candidate for a leader of the Dread.
yeah,
It just
for
works so
sure.
well.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and like there's also, I mean, Final Shape, looking back on all like the ghost missions you did in the post campaign,
Yes.
like they've set up a lot of threads, and one of them is like how the pyramid is searching for a new master, and so it'd be interesting if Bale ends up flying a pyramid ship, dude. Like it'd be pretty sick. And
That would be
then
awesome.
yeah, and I think one of my main critiques of Revenant, the Revenant story, was like I felt like they kind of squandered the potential for Nezarec to return in that moment. They were building up the curse of Nezarec with Mithrax, and I was like, my whole idea of what was gonna happen, I was like, he's gonna die, Nezarec is gonna come back from the curse, and then the Traveler is going to revive Nezarec, and he's gonna be the Kelikels. And it just didn't go that way, and I was kind of disappointed because it was like,
Yeah.
he got he got cleansed by the Echo, and I was like, and then he was just like, guys, I'm the Kellikels now, and I was like, okay, like, whatever. Like, it felt like a little bit of a squandering of that storyline, you know. Like I've like obviously, like to me, I just feel like Bungie in that moment, like, didn't want to commit to the Kellikel storyline in a full way. Like to me, it felt like in the scenario that they presented, where it was the Echo that cleansed Nezarec, it would have made more sense for Aramis to be the Kellikels. Because it was the Echo of Reese that chose her, and the Echo is like obviously a fusion of both light and darkness, right? So it would have made more sense to make Aramis the Kellikels in that moment, because now she's going to rebuild Reese. But I think Bungie knew that no one would have liked that, so they still wanted Mithrax to be the Kellikels, but they didn't want to kill him and then have him resurrected as a ghost, and then have to go through with Nezarec now losing his memories, and what does that mean for the, you know, for him as Kel of the House Light and stuff. So, you know, it was a bit of a difficult storyline, I think, to parse, and, you know, I think the conclusion they came up with was a little bit disappointing, but, you know, I think, you know, I feel like Nezarec, it would have been a good place to bring Nezarec back, IMO.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking very similar to you. Like I thought they were gonna definitely kill Mithrax, and he was gonna be brought back as a light bearer. But you know, they didn't go down that route. But you know, there's still the door open for Nezarec.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, like, like there's also some either voice lines or lore in Renegades that still talks about Nezarec recovering from the curse. I don't know if I would say that still means he has the curse, or if he's just still recovering, but you know, there's still potential for Nezarec to be involved with Mithrax's story in some way.
Yeah, and I know there's a line by Ido, I think, in Renegades, where she says like, I still hear Nezarec in Mithrax's voice, but I don't think that's literally meaning he's
there.
He's still possessed.
She's just going through a lot, you know.
Yeah,
PTSD, I think. You know, I made a video about her love life, how she's dating the leader of the Pikers now or something.
Yeah, Boss Relix. Yeah,
Boss Relix. So, you know, she's going through some stuff, and she's got her new partner, I guess, who's an atheist. I don't know how Mithrax will like that.
Yeah,
you know, but
that's true. He's the Kel of Kels, and
Kellikels, House Light. You know, religious towards the Traveler. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, one thing I love so much about Renegades is the syndicates. And what they mean going forward for their respective factions, like how Rao is this kind of like, you know, Scion independence group, and then the Tharsis Reformation are these like, they're now the independent Vex who separated from the Coral Vex now that Maya's control of the Echo is weakened, and then there's the Pikers who are like, listen, I don't give a damn about either the Traveler, the Darkness, anything. We're doing our own thing. And so it's very interesting on like how that's putting a twist on the dynamic of these factions we've been dealing with for so long. Because especially with you know, the Tharsis Reformation, it's like they, especially with Zephyrus, the leader, he is such a cool character to me.
Dude, I love him.
He's like the biggest sweetheart ever. Like after the Nightfall attack, he and his Vex organized all the bodies. They organized the memorial. Like he says, you know, he's all about like resisting the Vex future, where the Vex ultimately win and stuff. So he's a very, very, very cool character, and like I want to see way more of Zephyrus.
Yes, very cool. I love the Tharsis Reformation so much. Like their whole setup, going from Desert Perpetual with like there's lore of Maya, like she's saying, like there's some religious parallels here, which I think are just it's done so well with like her saying she's when in the lore book.
Oh, like to eat the fruit and stuff, right?
Yeah, eat the fruit, and then it's very like the Garden Eden story where
Yeah.
they break off, they gain individuality, but then they realize, oh wait, then they break off from Maya, and now they wear clothes, and now they're acting in
Yeah,
crime
that's so
and
true.
gambling. It's very much parallels that story, and it's I love that. And
Hmm.
Zephyrus, I love, dude. Zephyrus, he's like, there's the lore tab where he does the Russian roulette again, or like he plays
Oh
Russian
yeah,
roulette
yeah.
against the former leader. That is like, I love the way that's written, and I love
Hmm.
that lore tab so much. It just shows,
He's
I
like,
love it. And then
yeah. At the end, he's like, "Oh, we were freed from the pattern, freed from the conductor, and now we're freed from you," or whatever. At the end,
yeah,
that was so sick.
yes, yeah, and I love his faith bringer too. Like
Oh yeah, yeah. He does have a paper ringer. Oh, dude,
yeah,
it's
I
so
want to see
cool.
more of the Tharsis Reformation. Like all these, yeah. I mean, what was so great about Renegades, sorry, Renegades is like you say the syndicates. They're done like it's creating new futures for these factions we've been
Hmm.
dealing with for 10 years, which
Yeah.
um it goes back to like Allison's philosophy with stocking the fridge. But like I remember they were saying way back, I don't remember where, but Allison was saying that she and the team, like these first few expansions
Hmm.
are setting up the future. So, and I think that might
Right.
still apply to Shattered Cycle, where Shattered Cycle might just be about completely new characters still. Like, I mean, of
Yeah.
course we're probably going to Chicago with Lodi, but I think the enemies probably will be maybe new factions that we haven't even,
Yeah.
they're brand new. And I'm just so interested to see where these characters are like these factions we've been fighting, they're given new futures and new motivations and new goals and new aspirations. And like
Hmm.
they did it so well with Renegades. Like every like, the Cabal, there's two big Cabal factions now, Baron Imperium and the Totality Division. They're both,
Right.
and Ral, she's got such a interesting future ahead of her
Dude,
with her and her scions.
she's such a bad bitch, bro. Like she's so
Yeah.
fucking she's such a badass. Like, you know, it's so interesting because it's like, it's so weird because both the Totality Division and the Barrett Imperium, they both don't like Keitel very much and Keitel's ascendancy. And they're both like really trying to get form new futures for the Cabal and just in different ways that are separating themselves from like the Callus era of the Cabal, whether it be through Callus himself or through Keitel. And the totality or sorry, the Imperium, they're going backwards, while I feel like the totality division, they're just going a whole different direction. And especially with how it's so Scion focused. Like if you like one of the like legionary guys you can talk to in the totality division section, he says like God thoughts preserve us. And I'm like, whoa, like this legionary guy is talking about the ancient Scion religion. And it seems like maybe they're converts to the Scion religion or something. Like the fact that it's so Scion heavy with the Totality Division, it flips the entire empire on its head, right? And so it's very very interesting to see where Rao's gonna go with that.
Yeah, definitely. Like, man, the and it's like it's the Totality Division and the Baron Imperium, like their differences are really embodying what Bale talks about in Centering. Like one of the later entries, it's talking about um how Bale is like kind of frustrated with Loom because
Yeah.
they haven't resolved the core issue, and that's
Yes,
the
of the
conflict
relationship.
between the Baron
Yeah.
and the Scions. Yeah, um, and that is like it's embodied by these two different factions, and I'm really interested to
Hmm.
see where that's gonna go.
Yeah, they were, the fruits of division's harvest, he said, I think. So, very, I guess we'll see, I'm so, like, oh, what will crush my soul is if, like, Bungie does end up delaying Shadow and Order, like if what Paul Tassi said was true. Because, like,
Yeah,
man, bro, I need more lore, bro. I need to know where this is going. Like, I can't,
yeah, me
like,
too.
and although like I hope Shattered Cycle has a bit more lore content than Ash and Iron did, but anything, I'll take anything, I'll do I'll take anything. Any lore, please, Bungie.
Yeah, like yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about that, like the whole Shadow and Order thing, because like, um, yeah, I really hope we get I
Much
hope it's
love
not delayed
Windows
too
for
long,
watching the video.
because I know they're delaying, they gotta do what they gotta do with Marathon,
Yeah.
um, and I think more time, more time in the kitchen for this, so it could be maybe better than Ash and Iron,
Hmm.
which I think it will, just because Ash and Iron was such a, I guess, such a low bar. I think they can,
Yeah.
that they'll pass it, and I think just based off what that what the tab in the timeline was like hinting at with, and they removed it because I think it was for Shadow and
Push
Order.
cookies and chunks.
And it's
Thanks for
like
the
we're going to
follow.
a hive weapons foundry, which that's pretty interesting. And given Bale's interest in darkness,
Yeah.
and maybe this hive weapons foundry is hinting at maybe a new hive storyline
Yeah, new hype.
down
Yeah.
down and down the way. Um, but
Hmm.
yeah, I think Shadow and Order might. I think it will still probably come out in March. I don't think they're gonna
Yeah,
push it
yeah.
back a whole like month
If
just for
if anything, it'll
Marathon.
be like probably a week if they do. Like, you know,
Yeah,
uh, you know, I don't really mind that much. I just hope, back when they revealed Ash and Iron, most of it wasn't really finished. Like how the heliostat, they were still developing it when they revealed it, they said. So, um, you know, it's been, I mean, Ash and Iron was only like 2 months after Edge of Fate, I think, versus Shadow and Order, which is going to be 3 months. So
yeah,
with that extra time, hopefully it'll have more content. And I think like overall with the state of the game in both Edge of Fate and Ash and Iron um it was like a part of it, the reason why it ended up the way it was like they were overhauling the game completely with the portal, and so I
yeah,
probably didn't have all the resources in the world to both put out super content heavy expansion plus do the portal. Now ultimately, we can say, was it the right direction to go with the portal? Probably not. But and so the Edge of Fate situation kind of sucks. But I don't necessarily blame them for the way Edge of Fate and Ash and Iron went. Um, and with the way Renegades has been going, I'm much more optimistic than I was before about where the game's going. So
yeah. Definitely agree. Like Renegades is a lot
Kush,
more
thanks for the
complete
prime, by the
in
way.
that way,
Much
just
love.
because Edge of Fate, like you say, was a lot of it was spent overhauling the entire game with the portal, where Renegades, it was all new, like focused on just new content.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and I think Shadow and Order, it is, yeah, like it is 3 months after Renegades 2, and hopefully I think it'll come out with the exotic mission, probably with it, especially if it's delayed,
Hmm.
which would be nice. And but what I wonder is if Shadow and Order being delayed is gonna push Shattered Cycle down, because I heard maybe rumors that
Mm.
Shattered Cycle was delayed. I don't know.
I
I don't
don't.
really keep up with leaks, so I have no idea. But I I'm interested, and maybe I don't. I mean, Shattered Cycle is meant to come out in July, so I don't know if
Mhm.
Shadow and Order being pushed back a month is going to really affect that timeline at all.
Yeah. I mean, like, the only thing I heard about Shattered Cycle being delayed was like, I think it was like either the season pass or the artifacts like had a really long date, which pushed it like
Yeah,
a couple months behind. But I think since then it's been fixed, so I don't know if that's still a thing. I remember that. I think I remember that actually being a thing um in Edge of Fate 2, where like the artifact or the season pass was really long for some reason. Or no, maybe it wasn't Edge of Fate. It might have been Heresy or something. But it's happened in the
yeah,
past. So I think there was like a room that's where the rumor came from. But I'm not sure other than that, whether it's delayed or
yeah.
not.
I think we'll definitely see the roadmap before before Shadow and Order. I think,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
think I think that if they're gonna announce a delay, they'll probably be on that.
I think
Um,
Bungie said in July, so it should be. They'll probably do it in a TWAB. It'll either be tomorrow or the 29th, I think. because I think they said January. So this should be soon, and that's prime. If they reveal like the names of the next 2 expansions after Alchemist, that is prime theory content. That's prime
that's
lore
gonna
content,
be
dude.
awesome.
We are cooking the videos.
Well, we will be cooking, dude.
User Killer,
like,
thanks for the follow.
I'm
Same
just
with
thinking,
Sephiroth.
I think the roadmap.
Sepharius.
Okay, what they said was, the roadmap's gonna have multi-year plans on it.
Yeah.
And I think what it will be, I think they're gonna announce the Shattered Order release date. They're gonna announce Shattered Cycle release date. Maybe some more details on what to expect with Shattered Cycle. Probably not that much. They'll probably announce when the reveal for that will be.
Yeah, probably.
Then I think they'll announce the reveal date or something for Alchemist. They'll be on Alchemist, and I think they at least like a bare minimum they have to talk about what's after Alchemist because they said multi-year.
Yeah.
So I think they'll probably name drop the 2 after, but I think there has to be something major for this roadmap. For it to first it was the Road to Renegades roadmap. Then it got transformed into a Destiny future roadmap, and then that got delayed from whatever November to then now. Like we have no idea when this is really coming out. It could be coming out in the next 2 weeks or sometime soon. But I think there has to be something major on this roadmap that they got to hint at, for it to be delayed this long, for them to be these plans to be changed. So I think I'm very confident that it's gonna at least say the names of the next 2 DLCs after Alchemist, and that's gonna be awesome.
That'll be W. Maybe Destiny 3 announcement. Pog W. Maybe I don't know. But like there were the rumors that Destiny 3 was in early development back when they were talking about the roadmap. So who knows?
Yeah. That honestly, like that would be, I think that would justify.
Yeah, like even if like they were like, just hey guys, we're working on it. Just like we're working on it. That's all I need. Working on a Destiny 3.
Yeah. Because if Destiny 3, like if it were to happen, it's a 5-year project.
Yeah,
at
for
least.
sure.
So
and I mean, didn't Allison or someone in my chat said the other day that like the Fate saga is supposed to be 7 years. I don't know if that's based on anything. I don't know where they got that, but if it is 5 or 7 years long, then I guess they could potentially wrap up the Fate saga in a D2 and then move on to a new saga in a D3 if possible.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know if she ever said a date, but maybe she did.
Yeah.
But I know she's been just saying it's a multi-year saga. They haven't like put a 10, like when Destiny was first coming around, they said it's a 10-year saga, and then they delivered on being a 10-year saga. So, it could be like a 5-year. I mean, it could be a short saga, and then either it ends coinciding with D3. Yeah, D3 has to be like
Winnower, bro. Come on now.
Has to like that is who it has to be focused on. Like the next what comes after. Without a doubt.
I've had this. One of my goals for this year in content creation is I want to make like one big creative video, kind of like when Bife did like the Dynasty project or something like that. Like I want to do a video like that, and like my idea was like, I want to make a Destiny 3 story. Like what would I write as a Destiny 3 campaign?
Dude, that would be awesome. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it would be Winnower focused, and I'm willing to tell everybody, like I don't really care, but my idea was like, what if it's about we're going to Tora Bottle, I know, or very original, and we're dealing with Xivu there, but Xivu, she's different now, right? So she claims a new title. She's no longer like just the god of war, but now she claims like, I'm the god of I was either gonna be like god of death or like god of conquest, and then she has this new echo, like the echo of war that she's using, and the whole thing would be like leading up to this conclusion where it would be very heavily like Evangelion inspired, where it would lead to the conclusion where the Winnower becomes incarnate in the Destiny universe as through Xivu Arat's brood. And so it's kind of like an Antichrist moment where the devil is born into the world. And so, I have this whole thing about it, and I've written it down, but I just need to get the resources together to put the artwork together and actually write it. But
yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. I've been thinking like the Winnower has to be involved in the D3 story too, but like, dude, that sounds sick as hell. So hey, if you ever collaborate on anything, I'm down, because that sounds sick.
Let's do that.
But yeah, the D3, like if, because I know Division, the Division is, very, it's like the other looter shooter, but like
Yeah.
they're working on a D or Division 3
Yeah.
right now, and what they did was they like shadow dropped it in an article or something. They said, "Hey, we're
Yeah.
making Division
Yeah.
3," and that was like 3 years ago, like 2023.
Mm.
And now there's news bubbling up about it. There's not been any like official like teaser or trailer or anything. It's just been like they
Right.
dropped in an article saying, "Hey, we're making this," and then went quiet. Bungie needs to do that with Destiny. I feel like just say, "Hey, we're making Destiny 3," and then just
How's
go
it going,
quiet.
Coffee?
But just the fact that Destiny
Yeah.
3 would be like it's going to come at some point. Just the fact it's confirmed, I think that would do wonders for Destiny.
That would do wonders, yeah. And like, and one of my things I've been saying all the time since I've started streaming recently is people have always they've coming in, they're asking me the question like, oh, like, what do you think it takes to get people back into Destiny? Or like they're like, oh, is it weird that I quit playing Destiny like a year ago, but I still consume a whole bunch of Destiny content? And I'm like, you are the norm. Like, you are the average person who consumes Destiny content. Like, I feel like the vast majority of people who consume Destiny content online don't even play the game anymore. They just have this deep connection and love for the game, but the game has maybe pushed them away in some way, and so they just need something to help them get sucked back in. And that's why a Destiny 3 is like the best thing they could ever do, because
Yeah,
it's just such an easy way to get people back into the game. Because after like what is it, like 7 years or so of Destiny 2, like it's so difficult for a returning player, let alone a new player, to get back into the game. And so, Destiny 3 is would be, a smart move, IMO.
yeah. Like I get similar comments like all the time. Where it's like people saying, similar things like I haven't played Destiny in forever, but I love this, or I
Welcome
know
back,
I've
Himbo.
always
We've
loved
just been
Destiny's
discussing
lore.
lore
I just
stuff.
don't like how the game is right now. I
Hmm.
don't even know where to start in the game, but the story's so cool. I get comments like that. So like there's a huge sentiment of like there's a lot of people out there who either played Destiny a long time ago, became a little,
Much love,
disenfranchised and didn't
Himbo.
really
Thanks
want to
for
like they
watching.
didn't like the direction, but they still kept up with the game.
Hmm.
There's people who have a desire to try it but don't know where to start and don't even know where to begin. So it's like very daunting. And then there is a lot of people out there who only know Destiny for all the drama it has. And
Yeah,
that's
for
like what's
sure.
pushed them away from Destiny. Which like it's crazy because there's so much misinformation out there, but like whenever Bungie's like,
The FAR is for
in the
6
mainstream for like
month
a
tier
marathon, like
1?
there's a lot of conversation
Holy
with this
shit,
marathon where
much
people are like, oh, Bungie's
love.
a studio that, you know, like
6 months in
vaulted all their
advance.
content. It's like, there's a lot of that's like what people think Destiny is. And it's like, well, like try the game. It's really good right
Yeah,
now, but
yeah.
people don't know. People don't know that it's good.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the issue. The issue is we're getting people back into it. So
Hmm.
I think Destiny 3 would capture those three audiences, because it'd be like to the people who don't like the game, well, it's or have us a weird view of it. It's like, well, here's a new game, give it
Yeah.
a chance. It's brand new. To people who haven't tried it before, well, it's easy. Here's a brand new game. And then the people who left the game have an opportunity to come back and try it again. So like it
Hmm.
appeals to all these different crowds. And of course, the people who've already playing who are playing this game right now, they're of course the diehards, or they're gonna go play D3 immediately.
Yeah, of
So
course, yeah.
it'd be such a great thing for the gaming community, I think, and Bungie as a whole. I feel like it's inevitable, honestly.
It's inevitable. And someone in my chat, Windows here, he says he stopped playing Destiny 2 last year, but he started playing Destiny Rising. But it's mostly, like he said, due to like life stuff and frustrations with Destiny 2, but he still loves gameplay, the lore, and build crafting. And so it's like, which was very interesting, was like the way Destiny Rising was received in such a positive way. Although like there's rumors about like it's not doing very well monetarily and stuff. Regardless, I played Destiny Rising when it first came out, and it was like, although like sure it's a bit janky because it's a mobile game that I was playing on mouse and keyboard. It was like it felt so fresh because it's just it's a new story in a new world, you know, with new weapons, new characters, new everything. And so like just being able, you know, if we saw, or I should say, you know, looking at the way Destiny Rising was so positively received within the Destiny community in the first couple of months, you know, I can only imagine how a fully fledged Destiny 3 would be received, so long as you know we don't have another Destiny 2 vanilla situation with double primary, right? So, you know,
Yeah.
uh, um, but yeah, you know, actually, how long have you been playing Destiny for? I'm interested.
Oh, I've been playing since. Well, I'll give the story of how I got into Destiny.
Okay.
So my dad got the game um a month after it came out. I
Oh,
remember just
W.
watching him play it when
Hmm.
I was younger. And then I didn't start playing until like I got my own Xbox account. Until right before the Taken King came out, and that's when I started
What?
playing.
Yo, we
Um,
low-key have like a similar origin story.
oh really? What's your origin?
So, I mean, like I started also like right before the Taken King came out. And like but you know, my parents aren't really gamers, so I got I borrowed Destiny from a friend. And like he had a PS4 and he was like kind of like he had a lot of games, but he was kind of like a little bit spoiled, you know. But and so he's like, yeah, I never even played it. You can borrow it, and I'm like, okay, W. So I took it and I started playing it. I was like, this is the best game I've ever played in my life. And then ever since then I've been hooked. So you know,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like
um,
that's the thing. The world of Destiny, like this IP, this universe, like it's so good. It's still and there's what I love about Destiny Rising is that it showed that there's still so much potential for Destiny.
mhm.
Like there's people um that still want to engage with the Destiny IP. Like the IP isn't just
I go key,
fatigued, you know,
I
because
Kogi
people say like,
key.
"Oh,
Thanks for the
Destiny
follow.
needs to just die because we've played it for so long." Well, I don't think that's the case. I think there's still so
No,
much. There's so many stories left to tell. There's so much
yeah.
to explore. There's so much more Destiny has to offer. Like, where's at the tip of the iceberg? It feels like.
Hmm.
Um,
Like it's just
it's just
we
yeah,
just need a fresh start. You know, that's all it
yeah,
is. We
we
just need a
do, yeah.
refresh. And Destiny 3 is the way. It's the way, guys. It's our salvation. You know, it's the final shape. You know,
The final shape is
yeah,
D3.
that's it.
Yeah, and the other great thing for D3 is that it would actually be designed to last however long they want it to
Yeah,
last.
because
You know?
Destiny 2 was designed when they were still required to make sequels every 2 years. So it was never
Yeah,
designed to be this game that would last 7 years. So like we can actually, if Bungie does want to make a forever game that they continually update for forever, then they can use the Destiny 3 as a way to build that infrastructure instead of having to like do patchwork to like keep building and patching up the ship. Um,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
100%. Like I think the uh it's really like it's really like the refresh would be good for both like the player base but also I think just the infrastructure in general, just like designing it in a way like this is instead of like trying to you know take out things like with the portal like like reconfiguring the whole way Destiny works but like within Destiny with the
right.
portal like that I think caused so many issues because they're just they tried to put in a whole brand new system like rehauling the whole thing but like
Yeah.
I don't think it really landed because it wasn't designed to ever be this way but like if they had designed
Hmm.
it like made D3 from the ground up with a clear vision that was going to last as long as it would um like that would just it would just the game would feel like Destiny 2 kind of feels like it's very disjointed. It feels like
Yeah.
sometimes.
I
But
and
Destiny 3 wouldn't.
yeah, like it's they've over 7 years they've continuously I feel like reinvented the wheel a little bit
Yeah.
over and over again, and I think the portal was their like latest attempt, and it just didn't really work. And I think Bungie had like Bungie has they had a really good luck streak, I think, from like Forsaken leading up to Season of Seraph right before Lightfall, where like the game was just non-stop with a couple of obviously like a couple of setbacks here and there, like it was a consistently really good and fun game. And then
Yeah.
Lightfall, the debt kind of piled up, the luck debt piled up a little bit, and Lightfall cashed in. Okay, and they're like, oh, okay, well, you guys have had such a long streak of success. Let's let's put a bit of a correction in there. And it's been since then, Bungie's been stumbling a little bit. I think, a part of it, like maybe Bungie overcorrected from the Lightfall situation where, you know, Lightfall was such a bad time for the game that like, and it was so disappointing for everybody that like it was from the gameplay people, the end game people, the lore people, like it hurt everybody, and so everybody was shitting on the game, and then Bungie's like, okay, we gotta fix everything, focus, and then and then the portal was born, so now it's like,
Yeah.
like okay, well maybe maybe we went too far, and I don't know. Like at this point, like, is it even worth it for Bungie to rip out the portal? It really depends on, I guess, what the roadmap is going to be. How long is Destiny 2 going to be a thing? Like if they're going to say we're going to finish the Fate Saga in Destiny 2, and then we'll get a Destiny 3, then depending on how many years that is, they might need to rip that shit out. Because if they're like, okay, we have, in 3 years you'll have a Destiny 3. We'll have the Alchemist, we'll have 2 expansions after that, and then maybe we'll have like one final big expansion with like year of like juicer content, like a Moments of Triumph or something in the lead up to Destiny 3. And it's like, okay, like in that, like I could be like, sure, you don't need to rip the portal necessarily, just try to make it better. You know what I mean? Like if you're that short of a scope, but if anything beyond that, like 4 years, 5 years plus, the portal's gotta be fucking nuked off the planet, dude. Like that's gotta go.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I think the portal was like the creation of all this buildup of like, I think a lot of it was the reason why Portal.
Thanks for everyone tuning in to watch, by the way. I hope you guys are enjoying the old content.
And then they're trying to figure out, okay, people want to play old content, but then they're balancing like we can't have every single thing available in the game at once, otherwise the games will be so bloated. So I think that was one of their reasons for the Portal is like delivering on that, but it just didn't work. And it's gotten better, but like it's just they got to do something. And I agree. If Destiny 2 is on a short term, if it's gonna last, a few more years, and then we get D3, it's like maybe like like you say, like the next year, and then the following, and then maybe we do just like a break or something, and then we get D3. And then I don't think there's any reason to upend the portal, just keep it as is, it's whatever. But like if they're planning for a good half a decade left in D2, I mean they gotta plan for longevity.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they gotta make sure like they can't leave Destiny to die. I mean that's a big word, die is a buzzword, but like for D3, like they still have to make sure D3 gets funded. And I think the state of the game and the roadmap is really gonna tell us about what the portal's future is.
Yeah, I mean, like, kind of think of it like, imagine going from Beyond Light, or no, I guess you could say Shadowkeep to Final Shape, all with the portal, like 5 years. That whole period with the portal, like, that wouldn't work. Like, there's no way that would work. So it's like, I think, like you said, like, this was their way of bringing old content into the game in a way that wasn't going to, it was in a way that would have been more digestible. Like, everyone's seen the memes of like the world where there was no content vaulting in Destiny. It's like the planet screen has a million fucking things on it, and it's like, we wouldn't want that. Like, obviously that's not. We would want the content to be organized in a way that is like that is playable, right? But I think like people like whether it be Llama or other content creators have kind of suggested like other UI organization tools where it's like, the portal, just the way it is, like the way it's just like a Netflix screen, it just doesn't work. Where you could, or and also just like basically the complete removal of the destination tab as like a useful tool in the game. Like there could have been a mix there, or you could have had the old content returned, but in like maybe a weekly rotator or something, instead of having it be like, here's all the content available at once. Go click, click, click on the menus. And so I don't know. I think the portal could have worked if it was just done differently. And, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, I think the big misstep was like completely ditching the destination screen. Like immediately, like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they were
They
like,
should
yeah,
have
let's just
integrated that.
like the thing that Destiny has been for 12 years. Let's just throw it out. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
That to me was like I don't want to be rude. Like much love to Bungie folks. They, the developers work hard on the game, like I don't want to put too much, hate towards them or anything, but like that was kind of out of all the decisions, like if there's any decision you could call not very smart, that was probably the biggest one. And yeah, at least they made it. They brought the color back.
yeah, like I remember seeing it desaturate. I'm like, what?
What the?
I was like flashbang. I'm like, what is this? Why is the destination screen just dead?
Yeah.
Um,
The final shape is real. It happened.
yeah. I remember when they brought back the color, they did also say they were gonna work to integrate the portal and these menus together. So I really hope that's what they talk about in the state of the game or in the roadmap when they're gonna have to address the portal. Like that is the elephant in the room. I mean, among many elephants, but that is one of the big ones. And I think they're gonna. I hope they're gonna like tell us that they're gonna mesh them together in a beautiful way. And I think the other issue with the portal was that they brought back some questionable activities, to say the least. Like they could have brought
the
back
expeditions,
anything,
bro.
but they brought back expeditions.
Bro, like
And I'm
that
like,
shit. Oh, dude, don't get me started, dude. Like low key, like how like back in when Plunder happened, everyone was like, the game is dying. We're at
I
like
remember
40,
those days.
like
Yeah.
50K concurrence. Where like the game is dead, and it's like, oh god, like if only we can go back to that level.
Yeah.
But like, like if there was anything that made me hate the game more, it was Falcon Expeditions. I hated them so damn much. Ugh. But Catch Crash, goated. Expeditions, horrible. Worst activity ever.
Yeah, they're so boring.
Thanks for the follow, Space Boy, and send
there's
Shenrax.
so many like 3-player seasonal activities they could have brought back. Like they have so many, and they
like
they literally picked the worst one.
like Nightmare Hunts would have been cool because they're basically just like old D1 strikes. Like was Savathun? Did they bring Savathun? They brought Savathun Spire back, right?
Yeah, they did.
Like, and then there's also the other activity from that season, like the Imaru engine or whatever that one is, where you go into the different spots of the arena. There's like, I would have loved the Override again, and Expunge.
I love
those were
Override,
goated. Yeah, Expunge and Override was goated. And then, what else was there?
There's the Menagerie, of course.
Of course, the classic.
The classic. There's deep dives. I know people love deep dives.
Yeah, they were alright. I mean, I didn't like the water mechanic. I thought that shit kind of sucked.
It got
old.
fast.
Yeah.
A lot of people did love those though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. One thing I loved a lot, I guess going back to lore stuff, during that era, was like the whole Kelgrath storyline. And he kept like, he showed up in what was it, Season of the Lost, and then he kept dying, coming back, became whatever, the guy with the axe, a dark blade or whatever, and then he became Taken. And so I guess, I don't know if we've heard about him again recently or not, but I don't know if he's still out there or if he's kind of cooked at this point.
Yeah, Kelgrath. Did he?
Lord of Every Nothing is Kelgrath, guys.
Dude, Oh yeah, he was also in Final Shape, dude. Destiny
Oh, he
Media has
was? Oh yeah, he was just like a normal ass knight, right? And in the Pale Heart.
there's 6 different Kilgoraths. That's crazy.
Oh, then I guess he would have just become untakenified, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting. Bife's biggest op. Yep.
Vive's biggest op, Kilgorath.
Uh, Welp. Welp. Anything else you want to talk about? Any other? Any
Oh
other?
man, it's almost been 2 hours.
Yeah. We kind of covered
Man, yeah,
everything, dude.
we did. We talked about a lot.
I don't
Here's
know.
okay. Here's my question: Are you gonna be creating things for Marathon?
I want to. I just need to. I need to play the original trilogy. I don't know much about. I don't know too much about Destiny lore. Or sorry. Oh my God, Marathon lore. I don't know much about Marathon lore, so I need to
Yeah, me
learn
either.
up on it, and I think I'll probably cover it at some point. I mean, there's some interesting stuff. Like the most I know about Marathon lore comes from like when Vinextron was talking about it, because he brought up how like there's like also a gardener and winnower figure within the lore of Marathon, um, and how that's kind of like some people have like a shared universe theory, but it's more I would say more of like a it's more of like a multiverse theory because like Unveiling talks about how their battle created the multiverse specifically, and so
Yeah, the
it's
Bungieverse.
yeah, like it's the Bungieverse theory, right? So it's like all the universes, whether it be Halo or Marathon or Destiny, all probably come from the same origin of the Winnower and the Gardener. But then Destiny is kind of like where the universe specifically that they entered into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still I'm in a similar boat. I want to make content as well. But I need to dive into the original games because I haven't yet either.
Yeah.
But I do plan on doing it. Because I'm excited for the game. I think
Hmm.
they really made it look good.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited as
they,
well.
like I remember the alpha. Okay, I loved the ARG up to the that April of last year was actually amazing because there was two
Mm.
ARGs right back like back to
Yeah, there
back.
was the Chestiny and then there was the Marathon stuff.
Yeah, like I want them to do an ARG so badly again. Like I love that so much.
Yeah. What sucks is like
Oh
whenever they do one, I'm like, I'm at work, bro, and I'm like, this is great. Like I'm just so
yeah,
behind. Like I can't even do anything. So I'm watching from afar, but maybe one day I can get involved.
yeah. Like I wish I was
Um,
streaming. Because I didn't really stream back then. I just was like watching from the sidelines.
mhm,
I wish I got more involved, and I think if they do another ARG, I really want to.
yeah.
But the the whole marathon ARG up to the reveal, like that was awesome. Like that got me
Mhm.
so hyped for marathon. Then the alpha was, it was an alpha, but
Yeah.
there was still a lot of issues with it. And then of course the controversies happened. But then they
Yeah.
really took their time to cook, and it looks
Mhm.
like they really
I
are bringing it
ha
back.
have you played any of the betas? I know like it's technically NDA'd, so you can't say anything about it, but Bungie said you can say whether you've played it or not. Have you played any of them?
I have not. Have you?
Okay. I played one of the betas in October, I think it was. It was right before
Okay.
Arc Raiders came out, and I can't say I mean I can't say anything that happened in it, but I will say it was very fun. I had a very good time playing the beta, so I'm excited for Marathon a lot.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the. I mean, I haven't really played that many extraction shooters. Like I'm more of a PVE player.
Yeah.
But like I was in like from what I played in the alpha, I was like pretty interested. And it seems like what they keep saying about like this like raid type encounter
Yeah.
with one of the maps, like that just sounds so
Mhm.
sick. And there's that
That's
artwork of one of what I do know about Marathon. I think it's called a compiler, a Spit
yeah,
compiler. I
the
think that's the name of it.
like with the green chest thing, the
Yeah, the
chest
green
orb.
orb, and
Yeah.
it's got like a red cloak. Like there's an
Yeah.
art of that in like this dark room, and there's like a bunch of like the drones or whatever, like the UESC
Mhm.
enemies, like all their heads stacked up on each other, and I'm like, that looks sick.
Yeah.
Um,
It is very fun. And I, uh and it's so interesting to see like how despite all the controversy that's happened around the game, it's number 4 in pre-orders on Steam, and it's like number 2 on PlayStation pre-orders. Someone said in my chat. So people are excited for Marathon despite everything that's
Yeah,
happened. So
that's really hopeful. Like I saw
yeah,
there was so much hate for Marathon last year. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Like a
But
part
now
of
like that is changed.
I don't know. Like as part of it is like it's probably just like a grift people were doing. Like there's like this
Yeah,
always
there's a lot of
there's
those
this
guys.
there's like this section of gaming YouTube and Twitter that are just like any game that is ever revealed they are shitting on it. Like they don't give a fuck. And so it's like of course like the art scandal was like prime real estate for them. So anything it's part of the gaming grift, but I've always been hopeful about Marathon. And hopefully it'll be banging. And I want to know. I'm curious how it's gonna go in terms of whether it's gonna go the Arc Raiders route where it's a lot more casual, people are calming in proximity chat and being friendly, or whether it's gonna go more the Tarkov route where it'll be a lot more like hardcore PvP stuff. It's interesting to see how it goes. The difference being is that like I guess how difficult are the enemies in Marathon? Because like in Arc Raiders, those drones are fucking they're scary as shit. So like you got to worry about them more than worry about players. I don't know how Marathon's gonna do with the UESC, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I was listening to like Scaro and
Mm.
um
Oh yeah, cause didn't
I
he
forget.
made a video with another. He's like a Marathon guy, right?
Yeah, marathon guy, and his name is Ryan something. He writes some articles for I think Rogue.
Okay.
But like they started like a podcast together doing like
Yeah.
marathon stuff. And I was listening to their first episode like earlier today. And Scaro was talking about like how from what for he's like heard and how he's played like the it's like really dangerous, and Bungie wants to make it like very dangerous. Like
Mm.
when you die, like you're punished is what he was saying. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna feel it, like the cost of death. It's gonna be like pretty tough.
Hmm.
And then they were talking about like how like the fourth map I think is
Yeah.
um
The UESC like on the spaceship.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that has like the vault with the compiler in it. Like he
Hmm.
was talking about how that was just gonna be brutal, and I'm like,
Mm.
this like they're making this game for that audience, so it sounds like it's gonna be what
Pretty hardcore, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, hardcore, yeah.
Yep. I'm excited. I like. Listen, dude, I want there to be just a beta, like an open beta, so I can talk about what happens in Marathon. Like it's so fucking good. Like y'all, anyone who has it, who's played it knows. They know. It's so damn good.
Yeah,
So,
I'm excited.
yeah.
Like I only know the alpha. That's all I know. And I know they said they're doing the an open beta before the launch. So it's gonna be like
Yeah.
that.
So
Literally, is
that'll
gonna
be
be next
soon.
month.
Yeah.
Because Marathon comes out on the 5th of March, so it's gonna be sometime next month.
Hmm.
I'm
Valentine's
looking
Day,
forward to it.
the day of love. Sorry, girlfriend. I must play Marathon.
Marathon needs me.
Yeah.
South City needs me. But
Yeah.
I really hope these next few months are gonna be really good for Bungie, because like I think their burden has just been Marathon for
Yeah.
so long
So
now,
long, yeah.
and it's finally gonna release. And I think Marathon succeeding is gonna be great for Destiny. So like
Yeah, for
Destiny
sure.
community, I know there's a lot of people in Destiny community who really hate Marathon, and these two communities need to be united, bro. Because like
Yeah, unite.
if one does really good, the other does really good. Like if you
Yeah.
want Destiny to do crazy, like Marathon has to do good.
Yeah.
So
And I would argue that like if Marathon, I don't think Marathon will flop, but like in the universe it does. That's just cooked. Like Bungie's I think is donezo. I think
yeah,
in a world where Marathon isn't successful, I think Bungie is pretty cooked. But I think in that possibility, I don't think Destiny is cooked, but Bungie for sure would be cooked. And they would
yeah,
just probably
I
move Destiny to Sony or something.
definitely, like I don't think Destiny as an IP will ever, like I think, let's say in the event Bungie does feel like Destiny's gonna go to some other studio, and then they'll
Yeah.
probably they'll probably do something with it. Maybe make D3, but it's under their control. But Destiny will stick around just because it's an IP with so much like reverence. Like there's still a lot of people interested in it. Like we were saying before, like there's a ton of people outside of the game. There's probably more people outside, like more people that are not actively playing than people who are playing it that would be interested in playing it one day, if that makes sense. Like there's a huge sentiment of people out there who had an interest in Destiny or want to play Destiny. So it's definitely Destiny's, not cooked, but
no, yeah.
I think the best Destiny is probably under Bungie.
For sure.
So I really think Marathon is gonna do super well. I just like seeing it, like the sales it's like topping all these charts. Like you're saying, like that's insane. Like pre-orders went out. Was the trailer yesterday or the day before? I forgot.
I think it might have been yesterday on Tuesday, or maybe it was Monday. It was. I remember like a reset had like all the cosmetics in Destiny, so it might have been. I think it was Monday. I think it was Monday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Monday because I remember it got leaked. Sunday night the things got leaked. I remember now. Like I saw on Twitter, like that's when the release date got leaked. So then I think they put out the trailer early. But yeah, so that, I mean, it's a month away. Like that's insane too. Like it's kind of just appeared. But yeah, Marathon, like Bungie could have the most insane comeback here. Like
yeah, it could. This is the Bungie redemption era.
It is Marathon peak. Do the roadmap and the state of the game peak. Shadow and Order better than Ash and Iron. It's gonna be great. And then Shattered Cycle in the summer with the new raid.
Yep, that's right.
Cinema. And then we'll be good. Like they could have a great streak of W's right there. Like there's a huge chain they could have right like within the next few months.
McEvans, thanks for the follow. Yeah, and then Alchemist comes out. Lord of Every Nothing, and
Alchemist,
and Saturn has a baby, and the baby is the winnower. And then we go to Destiny 3.
Then we go to Destiny 3. It's cinema. Yeah. It's cinema.
Cinema. Someone said... Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, no, you can go.
No, you go ahead. I was going to say something stupid.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like... I was going to, kind of segue to, like, a little bit of theorizing for Alchemist, but...
Right.
Where do you think it's gonna be? Like, I know we know next to nothing about Alchemist, but like, where do you think it'll be set? Because I'm kind of leaning towards maybe like a Moon of Saturn. That could be cool.
I think wasn't there recent lore about Enceladus again recently?
Yeah, there was something about it. It was I think actually I remember. It was on a lore tab for here it is. Is this it? Yeah, it's on the soloist shell whenever the Outer Nine are talking.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, there's it says plasmic auroras send eerie wails into the black skittering ricochets across Enceladus and through the Ascendant realm.
Okay, boom. And then I made a video about what I think is like maybe is gonna happen in Alchemists, and it has to do with like the relationship between Lord of Every Nothing and Saturn. And like my whole thing is like obviously Saturn wants to ascend, he says, right? And I think that's language likely referring to the ascendant realm. If he wants to escape death, escape his fate, he's likely going to want a throne world, and that's why he's experimenting with sword logic. And then my whole thing was like, okay, if Saturn and is like, what's the relationship between Saturn, Baal, and Lord of Every Nothing? And to me, like, I feel as though Baal's relationship with Saturn is like Baal is being manipulated pretty hard by Saturn, and Baal, I think, is ultimately just a tool that Saturn is using. I don't think Saturn cares about Baal ultimately.
Yeah, he's a means to an end.
Yeah, and it's the means, as though like he's the weapon, he's his knife that he's getting tithed from, and eventually this will lead to them, building a throne world, I think, in the Ascendant Realm. But I think it's ultimately meant to be a gateway to Lord of Every Nothing. And I kind of compared, like, if Saturn is the alchemist, then Lord of Every Nothing is his Philosopher's Stone. Like, because Lord of Every Nothing is like the new knife. It is the new reshaper. He reshaped the Taken into the dire Taken, and he took that division of dread and he reshaped them. It's like if Saturn wants to escape, maybe he doesn't want to be bound to his gravity well anymore. Maybe he wants a body, you know. It is through the Lord of Every Nothing that he can be reshaped into a new form, while also escaping death and getting his own throne world. So I think like maybe that's not what I think the plot is of the Alchemist. But and if Enceladus is the location, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I know there was Bale had a line about the Sage of Dione in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna run this quickly on Ishtar real quick. Ask me if anything comes up if you search up Dione.
Yeah.
I haven't done this yet. Yeah, okay, literally one lore entry for chromatic fire. The crystal orchids of Dione. That's all we know.
Dione. Oh, it's a moon. It's a moon of.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a moon of Saturn.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I haven't looked much into this either. That's so interesting then. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess like the question is, would Bungie want to make another ice location for an expansion?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So like if it could be either one, it could be Dione or it could be whatever. And I guess like the question is, who is the Sage of Dione or whatever, or however you pronounce it. And then maybe they're involved. Maybe it's like a Merlin situation. I don't know.
That could be cool. Yeah, you know, they could do a cool thing like that with the Renegades, where instead of like one location is 3, and they could do like Enceladus, they could do Dione, and they could do
oh yeah, and then
like a third moon or something.
Yeah. What are the moons? Let's look this up. What are the moons of Saturn? I don't even know. Moons of Saturn. Doesn't it have like 7 of them or something? Oh, Titan. Titan's there.
Oh, yeah, Titan.
Enceladus, Dione.
Telesto.
Yo, new raid location. Damn, it has so many. Holy shit.
I think Hyperion has been referenced before.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
Hyperion. Yeah. Hyperion. Maya Sundaresh talks about it, I think.
Yes. Oh yeah, because that's where Chioma went. Because when they split up, Chioma went
and then she went to Lhasa or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. This was referenced. Oh yeah, because that was the lore tab. Yeah. Hyperion, that could be cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Oh, and then you have a connection to Chiomesi there.
True.
If they do that could be maybe Maya's going there or something. Maybe there's something there because it's connected to that whole thing. And there's also the copies of Chioma and Maya in the Vex network, and maybe they're going there.
Yeah, because I think I need to I've been going through the whole thing as I've been researching stuff for Neptune, but they were there's like mention of like there's this new safe space that all the Chiomas have fled to because they're fearful of the conductor. So all the Chiomas that either weren't killed by the conductor or maybe escaped or whatever, they're all in hiding in the same place. So be interesting. Maybe it is Hyperion or somewhere in the VexNet or something.
There's a lot of potential there. Yeah, what were you gonna say before you went on this little alchemist tangent?
I was just gonna say someone Haro7 in my chat, he's a regular, he's like, we need this as a monthly podcast, or weekly or monthly. And I was like,
dude, I'd be down. I'd be so down.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah, because I want to do more. Like, one of the things I'm wanting to do this year is just do more things with other creators. Because I think I have a habit of just like, going in and just going into like a whole of lore and just reading a bunch and making videos and like, not really sticking my hat out too much in the community. But I want to be more involved with the community this year. So yeah, I'd be so down to do like maybe do this on a regular basis or something.
Yeah.
Just, like, I know we didn't get to play. We didn't play anything.
I know we just sat in the hot tub. Like it'd be cool.
The hot tub stream.
I would love to see. Like it would be sick if we could maybe get another guy and then we could fill out the hot tub every day,
yeah,
or like every podcast. I think like with the way like we could talk about it at some point later, but
yeah, definitely.
With the way Destiny is in the content cadence, I don't know about a weekly, maybe a monthly podcast would be cool. I think weekly is there's not a lot of content week to week to
Yeah,
warrant. I think a weekly podcast, but like a
could
monthly
be the
recap would be cool.
yeah.
Just
Could
getting
or we
everyone
could do
together.
like we could combine Marathon and Destiny.
True,
Um,
that's true. Yeah.
like talk about both. That could be sick because I'm like really interested in doing marathon stuff. Like I think
Yeah.
um once I get through some of this renegade stuff I need to do, I'm gonna go do like a whole deep dive into marathon. Because I'm excited for this game. So I think we could
Mhm.
do maybe like a the Bungie podcast or something and just
Yeah.
talk everything Bungie every week.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we'd have to see. Chat, search the VexNet. Find a third for us. Find a third creator who'd be down. Maybe they could be like probably Destiny Marathon related or lore related or something.
Yeah,
Search the
that could be cool.
corners. That'd be dope. Well, I think we've touched on a lot, and
Yeah, I think we talked about a lot of different things. This is 2 hours. This is crazy.
yeah,
This went by so fast.
yeah. It has been gone. Yeah, it has gone pretty fast. Like 2.5 hours I've been streaming. I guess like 2 hours of talking. So that's pretty sick. I mean, I think it went pretty well. You know, and it's you and I's, I guess, first time really talking, and it's
Yeah.
been pretty fun. I've enjoyed. It's fun to just nerd out about Destiny stuff, and I think Chad enjoyed it. Chat, did you like it? Press W's in chat if you guys like Abaddon
Yeah,
and
let us
I's little
know.
conversation here. But yeah, yeah, but yeah. I think that's it, chat. Um, please, oh my gosh, chat on my end. Go show love to Abaddon, please. Abaddon
And
on
likewise,
YouTube.
if you're in my stream, go
Yep.
subscribe to Donkey.
Oh my, the W's are coming in. Everyone, yeah, everyone go check out Abaddon. He makes great lore content. Really high effort. Like I'm kind of, my content's more like, here's this crazy guy with a whiteboard just fucking rambling and shit. And Abaddon's like, he's the very exquisite. He's the very lovely, makes really great high effort content. So you guys go check him out.
Yeah, I think people really love like both of the ways we do our videos, and I think that's
Yeah.
it's very nice because like people really like the way you do with the whiteboard. It's just like
Yeah.
it's always great just seeing like you see at the start, you go to the end, it's just like there's stuff everywhere, but it's like it's awesome. It's a great experience just watching it unravel. So I think people really enjoy both.
Yeah. It's a good
Both a lot. It feels a niche for
Yeah,
both,
like
and
peanut butter and chocolate, Good mix.
yeah.
Well, Abaddon, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, this is great.
I'll be in contact. We can discuss the potential of a podcast in the future,
Definitely,
and
yeah.
I hope to hear from you soon, brother.
Yeah, you too, man.
Okay, much love, man. Peace out.
You too. See you, man.
Guys, I hope you like that. W. Howdy, partner. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry for not really reading chat throughout all that. I was reading it in my head. I was looking over the whole time. Okay, guys. It's kind of hard to read chat in the middle of having that conversation, but hope you guys enjoyed. I thought that was really fun. I thought that was an absolute win. I thought that was great. And shout out to Abaddon. He was like he's the guy who organized the whole thing. Like he reached out to me. He's like, "Yo, want to do a thing?" And I'm like, "Yes, W." So shout out to Abaddon. That was great, and that was really fun. It's all good. We were listening. We were listening to you too. Yeah. Thanks you for everybody. Like the first time chatters, Cyber Klinos, and Senrax. Thanks for checking out the chat. How's it going, guys? Thanks for all the follows throughout the stream. Kush Cookies with the Prime, and then Safarius with subbed 6 months in advance, which is crazy. Thank you, bro. That's so nice of you. Listening along while playing. I love the chill streams and nerding out. It's nice to see people all excited about Destiny as I am. Do you guys want this to be like a monthly podcast thing? I'd be so down. I would be so down. You know, one of my, I went to school for like media stuff, and one of my goals in while I was in school, I was like, I want to do a podcast. So that'd be really cool if we could maybe do one every week and then upload it or something. And then we'd probably want to organize it a bit more and like have talking points, but it's yes sir, yes. Gang, I wasn't kidding about the podcast. Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be so fun. I would love that a lot. But we should get a third. I think getting a third would be great. So we'll see who we can get, and then we'll have to organize that. But yeah, we didn't end up playing, but talking and just chilling in a social space is really, when you think about it, what makes Destiny great is just chilling in a social space with your buddies, right? Just nerding out, having fun. We've all seen the meme of like, a conversation in the Discord's hitting crazy when you're running around the tower, right? So his Zero, thank you for the follow over on Twitch, much love. Facts, best times we're jumping around the tower, yeah. I love the idea. There's really not enough lore or weekly, y'all. For weekly, would burn through content in no time, yeah. Like, it would have to be probably monthly, but that would still be fun. I would still like that. Just as a weekly get-together. Get Bife in there. I don't know if we have enough clout for that, bro. Maybe if Bife, if you're listening, join us for a third. I would love that, but like, I don't know. I don't know if we got enough clout for that. But yeah. If you guys keep watching the video, we'll have enough clout capital. Everyone hit the like button and subscribe to get Bife as our third. That would be so W. But yeah, guys. I'm probably gonna go to bed. I'm pretty tired. I cranked out that video, the Pray video all day, and we had this fun conversation. Tomorrow, I'll probably be live tomorrow night. I want to spend tomorrow morning getting some like, what do you call it? Like housekeeping done for the stream. Like I want to make a new sub emote. I want to make some emotes. So, I'm gonna work on that tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow night. Oh my, what? What are we doing, guys? Shenrax with 6 months in advance as well. Guys, what are we? You did not need to do that, guys, but much love to you guys. Oh my goodness. Thanks for all the support on Twitch, guys. W Shenrax. But yeah, guys, I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night, and hopefully I'll have some new cool stuff to show you guys in the next stream. But thank you for everybody who tuned in to watch on Twitch and on YouTube. I saw that the viewer count got pretty high, so that was pretty W. User Killer, much love. Thanks for tuning in, and everybody, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, guys. Much love. Peace out. See you guys soon. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.